two Panushes.
Oh, you're Panushes. Let's pronounce it correctly, please. Hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. This is episode 2 of our Appalachian arc, Colton County, West Virginia, 1925. Episode is entitled The Moonshine Run. And we're going to have some of that Moonshine Run, some of that white lightning, that bootlegging racing action. But first, let's meet some of the unsavory characters occupying these West Virginia woods. We got some familiar faces, some new faces, a face that is related to me by blood, the strongest bond of all. So let's go around this way. I want to know who you are, who your character is, what their vibe is, and so how they're feeling as they enter their continuing adventure in West Virginia. So let's start with Marvin.
Hi. So hi, I'm Marvin, and today I'm going to be playing the scholar Montolio Gantry. Overall, scumbag. Wow. Montolio at this point has come to terms with his career at this point. He's more of a mercenary than a scholar. Basically out for himself and whoever pays him the most. Right now, he's out to exploit these Delvers Incorporated, for those little magic stones they have that's their head of state, or whatever the guy
CEO, I guess.
Their CEO uses
the boss
to gain immortality. So yes, I want it.
After that, we have Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm playing the Vermin Rose Connolly. That's not my real name, but, well, I don't know my real name, so that's a problem. I am a skin sack filled with all sorts of vermin, but I do keep a very, very nice house. So, hooray. I'm searching for a man named Claggett, who I plan to kill so that I can die.
Ah, the one responsible for your original death.
That would be correct.
Yeah. We'll see more of that as this game continues. Next up is Dallas.
Hey, I'm Dallas.
You heard me right. It's a vermin
Playing
filled
Mr. Sue.
skin sack.
Mr. Sue is a wizard, not in the typical sense of like a book-carrying wizard. Yes, exactly. Nor did he go to wizarding school.
You're a wizard.
It was kind of accidental, but in that accident, he gained some good powers and, unfortunately, some loss of sanity. So, by that means, he's doing his best to protect the mountain, his formulae for explosives and good brewing supplies, and to do his best to help out what's going on.
Oh, fits in perfectly with the Moonshine gang.
It's actually very effective explosives in the last game.
It worked, yeah.
Quite was.
We hit a pretty effective crew. And part of that crew, a big reason of that, bringing the firepower, Patrick.
Was it really me?
Well,
the guns.
group
I brought a lot of
effort.
guns.
You brought the guns.
Hello, I am playing Roman Berryessa, the Hunter Playbook. Roman is special agent for the Bureau of Unexplained Phenomena. He's currently undercover as Valentin DeLuca, a hired muscle for Tad Howler, who is trying to be kind of very ambitious runt. And we'll see how that turns out. But beyond that, what exactly Roman is here for has been yet to be determined.
All in a day's work for an undercover Fed.
Yeah.
And then we got some new people joining us. Hopefully they'll be back. But this is one of them, their first time on the channel and in the game.
Yeah, one of them's really new, and one of them's just new to the arc.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is my cousin, Austin Panush.
So my name's Austin. Hey. Happy to be here. Appreciate the invite. Thank you guys so much. So I'm playing Simon Bachia Legrave. He is
Oracle.
An oracle. He's not too familiar with the geography or the land or the story, but he's recently started to see visions of the future, or what he thinks is the future, and kind of just wants to figure out what's going on.
I will see what interesting visions he has in just a little bit. And then joining us for the first time this arc, recurring player, very happy to have him back. It is Nick.
Yep, I'm Nick, and this time I am playing a ghost, Inspector Thomas Stratton. He was once a coal miner and who joined the Union, and during a strike from the Union, He was shot and killed by Mr. Irons and his crew. So, and for some odd reason, he's now stayed around as a specter. He's not sure why, and so now he has to figure that out. So.
Well, in this game, we do have a whole thing with ghosts hanging around, causing all sorts of mischief after they should be moving on to the great beyond. As we know from Captain Diego and his appearances in some of our earlier arcs. So right now, we'll kind of go back the opposite way. And let's do, for you two,
The debts.
yeah, the debts, and if you want to do your opening move.
I've got to say though, I don't think Mamie Thurman's been causing any mischief. She's a very valuable ally.
Oh yeah, that's true. A good ghost on your side.
That's right. She's also part of the Wild faction. So.
Yeah, ghost helping you out there.
All I know is I'm investigating power because that'll get me to a level up.
And because that is where Flaggett goes.
These two both have new characters, so do they need to go through the initial thing?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's them take care of that, and you guys just roll the factions.
Right.
So you get a little edge in the XP department. So Thomas Stratton.
Yes.
Who owes you, and whose debt are you in?
Yep. So the first debt is someone or someone's progenitor was involved in my death. Mr. Irons, I would think.
Yeah.
He owes me a debt.
Oh, I tore his head off.
Don't worry, he's back.
He's still alive.
I'm sure he's still alive. He's
Well,
a vessel.
alive.
But,
He's a vessel like me, so
Yes.
chances are he's still.
Yes.
He's a
Captain
vessel
Morgan's
like
enough,
you.
right?
I did not know that.
Not quite. Mr. Irons.
Yeah, he's filled with bugs.
He is
Now.
like a
Yeah, now.
he is a golem robot who is the chief muscle Top Gun thug for the Hammersmith Detective Agency who work as mercenaries for
I didn't really
Delvers
think
Incorporated.
PC would really care about that.
Yeah.
So,
And now he's filled with bugs.
yes. So the next one is someone is watching out for a family member of mine. So I'm thinking Sheriff Hatfield. He owes me 2 debts.
okay.
Or, no, I owe them 2 debts. So Sheriff Hatfield is looking out for my father, who is
Yes. That's
also,
your parents, right? Is it or just your father?
It's both of them, but my father is still in the mines, so he's looking out for him. Mr. Hatfield is looking out for him. And then finally, I am haunting someone and they know it. I haven't figured this going out yet. I wasn't sure if it would be a PC or if it would be an NPC.
It would be cool. I think it would make sense for it to be one of the people here.
Okay.
So that way, like,
You know, the
You're
Vermin
following him
Rose
around.
works with ghosts like crazy, so if you want to haunt her and she knows it,
yeah,
that's
she already. I mean, she's is already in the land of the realm of the dead, given her post-life existence, and she pals around with ghosts too. So it could be her. It could be Egontre because he's always like digging up weird cults.
If I owe you
I
anything,
murder
I wouldn't
ghosts.
remember.
So I put ghosts back in the ground.
It would be more of I owe you a debt because you know I'm haunting you.
Ah.
So, I wouldn't really know any of these people. I don't think actually.
Well,
maybe actually
the
Mr.
Vermin
Zhu
Rose
I
has
met.
been.
I've been around for a while.
Yeah, these two have been in the territory for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we both have been.
Yeah, but I think Mr. Zhu would have been around in the mines at one point, so I might have met him.
yeah, when you were alive,
So, when I was alive, yeah.
that makes sense. I mean, like for Mr. Sue,
Sue.
Mr.
Yeah.
Sue. Yes.
Well, and I'm friends
XU.
with Mother Jones.
XU. For Mr. Sue, seeing spirits is like pretty normal, given that he talks in the mountain frequently. So.
On a Tuesday night.
Of course.
I mean, he doesn't ever see spirits, to be fair.
Yeah, just
He
talks.
just drinks them.
He just talks.
Oh,
What? Spirits.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
classic.
For fun, like spirit.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, my character's like sort of like a part-time brewer. He's in with the night gang for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you meant like the pun that you actually drink spirits and spirits.
Yes. And
Yes.
someone drinks ghost tea actually. Believe it or not.
Yeah, we had the ghost
You
of
have to
tea
learn
show up
tea to
earlier.
get the
It's
ghost
a whole
of
thing.
tea.
So, Austin.
Yep, Dr. Jekyll sure does know how to murder
Speaking
a
of which,
tea.
Howler brand moonshine.
Oh yeah, that might come into play.
Oh,
I
does
still have
anybody
I
the
still have
sheet-
2 bottles of it.
does anybody
Yeah,
have
you'll
the
get to use
sheet for
those
that
bottles.
Right now?
I think
What?
he has them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I got one bottle.
I mean, I do like the idea of the vermin rose drinking it and just exploding into a bunch of tiny werewolves.
We'll see what happens. Austin.
So these lined up pretty well,
Simone.
actually. So I just thought very quickly as he explained what they were. So first one is someone helps you understand your dreams and visions. I figure the CEO guy, right?
Oh, so you actually
PC
go.
Field.
So you actually, EC Field. Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh, working with the
Oh,
Well,
man.
it says I'm part of the power faction, so I was like, well, I'll lean into that. And then the second
Yeah, he
one,
could have brought you in there.
you've had a dire prophecy about someone you don't know how to help them yet. You owe them a debt. I'm gonna just choose Roman.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, man.
I'm great with this.
Well, I mean, he's in a dangerous line of work. So
Yeah,
that does
I'm
make
an
sense.
undercover agent in the middle of gang territory.
Yeah.
That nothing bad ever happens.
Yeah, nothing bad ever happens to
I'm pretty sure if they
found out.
departed, everybody comes out fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
Totally.
I just haven't walked past any X-shaped things.
yeah. Watch out for those X's. Oranges too.
Oh, man.
And then the last one was you are helping someone realize their true potential through your visions. And I'm gonna do Montelio.
Oh.
I assume since he's trying to become immortal, that's the plan.
Yes.
So I'm
He
here for
already
you.
has wizard and fairy powers.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, this guy is
that's cool.
You will need
All right.
death.
So
pretty powerful.
from there, let's move on to the opening moves. Or actually, Simone, do you want to do your opening oracle moves right now?
Is that the foretellings?
Yeah. Let's go give that a try there.
Beginning of the session, roll with spirit, and that's why I roll 2 of these.
Yes. And you add your spirits, and they'll tell you based on what you get. They'll tell you different options. So how
Not super high.
Oh no, not so good for our first roll. I
Does
guess.
a 3 do anything?
It does something, but
Oh,
it's very bad.
Do something there.
Sometimes it doesn't do
So
anything
a
at
5.
all.
Let's see. Is that a miss? Is
That's
that-
a miss.
Yeah,
On a
it's
miss,
a
you
miss.
foresee
This is
the
bad.
death of someone important to you and take a -1 to all rolls to prevent it.
Oh.
That's what happened
Didn't that happen to the
me.
last
Yes.
Yeah.
Enjoy your -1 to everything.
Are you guys? Well, it's a good thing you guys aren't important to me right now.
I mean,
no, I know who you see the
Oh,
death
yeah.
of.
Oh
Is it
no.
EC Field?
No,
Is it, is it
it's
me?
gonna be speaking of this session. No. It is actually
Wait,
an individual known as Mr. Pewter.
Oh.
how do you spell that?
Pewter.
He's very important to me, but I need to know how to spell it.
Yeah, and this is like he is Mr. Irons by another name,
Right, so you spell
and perhaps he won't survive this game, or at least he'll take some damage. Yeah, Mr. Pewter. Mr. Iron's successor after Mr. Irons with another fateful accident in our last game.
An accident in which he tore his own head off and threw it into the tree.
What could be more
Some odd
accidental than
And
that?
then detonated himself with a bunch of dynamite.
Yeah. Special Agent Barry C, let's have you
Which
do
happens a
your
lot,
opening
I
rolls.
think.
I don't think I have one.
Or no, for your faction, I mean, to roll.
Oh, for faction.
Yeah, the session intro roll.
I think I'm gonna go with knights. I kind of want to know what if I engage what their plan is for retaliation against
Right.
their stills being blown up
Okay.
through Tad as my unwilling informant.
Yeah, Tad Howler.
That's an 11.
Ooh, okay. So you learn right now. It's pretty much they're trying to get back on their feet. War with like Delvers Incorporated with a big company. Probably not in the cards. They got to play it sly if they want to succeed. So an outright attack on them would not work. They're not doing that. They're going to have to.
I've already been told not to do that.
Yeah, they're going to try and marshal their forces, build something up, get some funds going.
Yeah, we were told to
before
do that, and then we
they
did the thing.
So you might want
But
to
you
hold
can
off
also,
on
I
that.
can
We're
only do
told
5
not to do a
before
thing,
you evil.
And then we did it. That's kind of our modus operandi.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
I
do
mean,
a thing. We did the thing.
You were a fool, but she was so.
Another
I at least offered
person using their archetype.
evidence to hopefully
And then
Right.
push some blame away.
if you
Ah,
have that much
okay.
growth, then you
Yeah.
kind of have to.
I did give over the incriminating pictures.
How about Mr. Sue?
I was gonna think of something similar, but I want to see
The other way of funnel is through
if
advances, which is this. So
let's
if
see.
you
I want to see if because of maybe the retaliation.
I think starting off, you don't.
Where's the
really have
next
any check
best
marks yet.
place that the gems might be stored? Because I know Ma Howler was really looking for that supply, and that cache wasn't where she said it was supposed to be,
Yeah,
right?
that's a good
So,
question.
do I have any last possible leads on memory of where they have like outlying posts of like maybe not storing in their main place?
A line on the gems. Okay.
Maybe something like that is one.
All right, let's roll with power and see what you can get there.
5. Nope.
Okay. You have no idea. In fact, when Delvers Incorporated is going to make a move, it's going to totally surprise you.
Yep. Yeah, no, 5 is
I
bad.
mean, is it really going to surprise?
Yeah, you want to roll 7 and up.
He
If it's 6 or below, it's a fail.
Easier.
Yeah.
he beat me to it, but that was the exact thing I was going to do. Can two people do the same thing?
I think that's okay. I mean,
Okay.
because like he failed. So.
All right.
Also, it's okay. You can learn the same information.
All right.
Different characters.
That's an
Whoa.
8,
Nice.
Okay.
and I leveled up.
Ooh, well, that's the real goal, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm debating 2 different level ups.
Okay.
One-
Oh.
One is Colossus, where you let it out. You can add this option to the list to ignore all harm suffered the next time you suffer harm. But there's also Machinist, where you can communicate with machines.
Oh man.
And I could see a reason that she would have picked up Machinist from interacting with Mr. Iron's brain.
Right. That makes, and also that could be very useful in this
Okay,
particular.
then I am picking up Machinist. I want to run it by you that you're okay with that.
No, I like that idea. That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, like the roach is made off with some of the circuitry or whatever.
The metal, yeah.
Whatever.
You have a super roach in your head now.
Super roach.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of Mr. Iron in her now that's enabling her to communicate with machines. It's a new ability.
So I will say,
So I think with a 8, I'm neck deep in it. I owe someone in that faction a debt, and someone in that faction owes a debt to me. Should I look up power and see who's like?
yeah, I mean, it might be Mr. Irons. Because you destroyed him so much. You kind of feel
Ruined
some...
him.
Yeah, you feel some responsibility to him. I don't know if she feels much guilt for that, though.
I feel like it's almost like now they have a bond because there's a little bit of him and her, and vice versa.
Yeah, that sounds
I'm
more
sure there's a
likely.
bit of vermin left in there.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably a roach or 2 left behind in him, and likewise now there's little bits of him and her.
Yeah, so it'd be
Hauling
like...
up the gears inside.
So I guess Mr. Iron owes me 1 debt for being Mr. Iron.
Okay. Well, she Mr. Irons and Rose. Alright.
Oh, does that mean that we can do like the Last Jedi thing?
Oh god.
Kind of
Oh my god, put on your shirt.
What?
Oh shit. No.
Such a weird scene, that
Ah,
movie.
great scene. What about Egantre?
Ben Swallow, man.
So,
I know, right?
I know we haven't actually had a run-in with them, but I was gonna roll wild. I know they have this whole mystic city.
Oh, you've had a run-in with the Wild, that's me.
right. Okay,
Hi,
see what Hollow Hill's
No,
up
but I'm
to?
talking about the whole wild faction.
No, that's still me.
I want to,
You are the wild
peruse their
faction?
entire city,
I
see
have
if I can
one.
find
Okay, go ham.
anything particularly useful, mystical, anything.
Okay.
I walked up all the mountains.
So
now I'm
that's
wild.
an 8.
Okay, so you spend some time hanging around Hollow Hill. Maybe get to know some of the locals there. So for that one, I would say you find out the
Yeah,
town
he dominated.
doesn't have that much. It's pretty much it's a sanctuary. It's kind of a place that wants to keep to itself. But they do open their doors to lots of individuals with throughout West Virginia with like a price on their head or like fleeing abusive homes.
Yeah.
And offer that open door for giving them a place to stay. But they're trying to
outlaws who might owe money to a bunch of unsavory people.
yeah. So it could be a good hiding place for yourself in the future at some point.
All right.
So would you say like through your digging around in there, do you like think you owe a debt to somebody? Is that's what?
Well,
And then someone owes you?
if anyone's going to let me like buy anything or borrow something,
Right.
I would probably promise to honor a debt, give them something in return.
Okay, so there's
Trade
two
for
kind of public figures who run the town. There's the mayor, Ralston Reeves, and then his younger sister, Cora Reeves. And they both sort of have different ideas for the direction of the town. So Mayor Reeves is like strictly like, you got to keep to ourselves. This is a town that's like founded by freed slaves, and it's in kind of a racist, violent area. So naturally he wants to look out for his people. But Corey is a bit more worldly. Like she went to college outside of the area. I mean, Ralston Reeves is a veteran of in the Great War too, but that's it's a different thing. So Corey is kind of a softer heart, and she's more about like helping out other people, even if it puts her own town at risk. Yeah.
All right. I'll go with Cora then.
Okay.
Because I need help.
Yeah, that makes sense, and she is willing to give you that help there.
All right. So I'll her adept and she'll me adept.
Yes.
Also knows me too, Dads.
Yeah, it's based on I don't know if anybody's ever seen Justified, the TV series.
A couple of them.
Yeah, it's based on Noble's Howler, which is based on a real place, the Coe Ridge colony. So all another little dose of reality in your Generation Shadow.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So we'll get started with the game proper. All of you are brought in to a special meeting with Ma Howler, who is the werewolf woman who runs the Moonshine Gang, which control bootlegging, brewing, smuggling throughout Appalachia. And our ghost, Thomas Stratton, you are brought there by this supernatural urge that somebody from your family might be put in danger, and you got to be there, overseeing things to stop it. Also, you're like haunting
Mr. Zoo.
Yeah, so you're kind of floating around, following him. Oh, I should ask: are you revealing yourself to Mr. Sue at all? Or you just kind of
Once
like
in a while, I'll
When I feel like it.
Every time I go for a drink, like,
Every time you drink, you see it. My God.
you again.
Mr. Sue is blind, though. Like, so, yeah.
I don't know. Do we decide he's blind, or is
Oh,
it
is
just
he
like?
not blind?
No,
I thought
we-
he was blind.
No.
yeah,
I think we decided to go in a different direction.
there's
Yeah.
more of those insanity loss.
Oh.
It's just crazy.
I've been thinking you were blind this whole time.
So,
Wine with alcohol.
Ma Howler
Sometimes.
welcomes everybody into her parlor. It's kind of cluttered area, and everything is still reeling from the bombing at the end of the last game, where the stills of the Moonshine Gang were blown to Kingdom Come. So the whole area is on high alert. She's got her goons lurking around, packing the Tommy guns, howling at everything that moves. She brings you in, has you sit down in her parlor. And she's like, "Now, you were here last time. We had a bit of a problem. It's time to start picking up the pieces."
Oh, I've been wondering when you were going to finally let me clean this place up, and some bugs come out of her nose and start going around tidying up.
All right. Well, that's just gross.
That's
Kind of
a
wholesome.
it's a little weird.
It's just
a little.
Well, it's like a Disney princess, but
roaches.
Oh, it's roaches.
it's like the opposite.
Before I get going, let me make some introductions to this here Frenchman.
Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Some of that looks like really heavy work, and she, reaches into her mouth and pulls out a rat and drops it.
Let him go.
Not a snake.
This is Mr.
They
and
don't
I.
have hands.
I
Well,
do
you can-
apologize for butchering your language.
Rats have tiny little hands. It's very useful.
Oh, those little rat hands, so good. This is Mr.
raccoon in there.
Simon Vachier Legray. Am I saying that correctly?
Close enough.
The cloth.
The Graf.
What she said. Anyway, I understand,
Oui,
Mr.
je parle
Fields.
français un petit peu.
I understand
I don't know
Mr.
how.
Fields brought you in to look
I've been
after
with Nolan for
his
a long time.
affairs. Is that right?
Really?
That's right.
Well, I'm glad to know you speak the same language I do. Language of money.
Business.
Exactly.
Oh, my kind of people.
I had a feeling you'd get along like a house on fire. Maybe I spoke too soon about that last comment there, considering how they nearly burned my house down.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little ironic.
Yeah. Well, I got a plan to put the Moonshine Gang back on top. It involves a race.
Oh, yeah.
Moonshine Run. It's a little tradition we have here in Collin County. Every year, a bunch of these racers get together, load up their cars, some of the Howler brand moonshine, take it through the woods, down those winding roads, all the way to Colton City, and the race ends right in front of the steps of City Hall. Winner gets a nice little cash reward. More importantly, there's all this betting that takes place. So if I put a lot of money on you guys and you win, we can get the funds needed to start rebuilding.
what are the rules involving shooting other people's cars?
Well, it's all run by outlaws.
I honor amongst thieves.
Not in this case.
Okay, good to know. You never know. I have to ask these questions. I'd rather
Yeah.
not just start guns blazing and get all of us in trouble.
Nice community event.
No,
You never know, though. I mean, honestly, you never know.
Yeah, no. It's fair to say there can be some gunplay along the racetrack.
It's a good fight.
Exactly, sabotage,
Well,
all sorts of underhanded stuff. So be careful on the road, and also I want you to win, and that's about all you need to keep in mind.
I think we're gonna handle that.
We can
So
handle
is this
that.
race entirely just motor cars, or are motorcycles allowed as well?
Only motor cars, and you all got to be in one car.
That's a big car.
Yeah, well, they're meant to carry. These are like the cars we use to smuggle the moonshine through the haulers. So,
I mean-
6 to a car, it can be done.
So we're
A lot
using
of
a
them have,
very
like, footballs
large
on, like,
car.
footrails.
I mean, 5 to a car. You should know the ghost there.
when does the
Actually,
race
Yeah, you don't
begin?
have to.
Well, but you just said 6. I assume there's
You
a
don't even
6th
know I'm
person.
there.
in
No,
there.
there
Six
isn't.
person coming?
There's only 5 people.
She's like,
Yeah, I
it's
guess
6
so.
people. Like,
I know.
That's a strange number
This
to choose.
is a Michael Panush mistake.
Okay.
It's
so
5 to a car.
I think we have the plan.
Blow shit up.
One of us will be the driver. Probably not either of you two, because he's Mr. Dynamite and you're Mr. Shooty Shoot.
Okay, granted. That's granted.
I did own the car. That's now freaking rubble.
Matt, so were you good at driving the car?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure I'm not dead.
Insight check. Wait, wrong game.
I know. You got to think back to your
Good.
car shenanigans in Petrograd. I don't know about that.
I mean, I drove in wars.
Yeah, that's fair.
Surprisingly, didn't die.
Yeah. So I mean, you could be a good, okay driver.
Can I navigate?
Were you in the
Shotgun?
Great War?
Oh,
Not an
Were
actual
you in the Great
shotgun.
War?
but shotgun.
The
Yes,
Great
you
War
can also wield an
briefly
actual shotgun,
served
yeah.
with
Well, wait,
Russians.
are you good at driving?
No, but I can
Did you ever fight the Howling Stars?
see the road ahead.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, same here.
good idea.
I have good eyes.
Brutish, aren't
Navigator.
they?
Navigator.
I can navigate.
Just the tank one.
Ugh, don't
So-
get me started.
My Howler says, now in terms of vehicles, I'll get you Model A we got lying around, but you'll have to start putting it together.
I mean, I got my Nash.
Oh, that
It's
could
a
work.
brand new car, brand new.
Yeah,
top
that
of
could be a
line
good
kind of
idea.
car. Use
You
that.
want to make sure it's top of the line.
Oh, it's a muscle car.
Ooh.
Oh.
What you want to do, take that down to
It's a car made of muscles.
Yes.
Huh.
It is a car that has got a big engine on it, and it likes to go fast.
Metal muscles.
Well, that
Yes.
sounds suitable, but I would say, just in case, take it down to the junkyard over in Hollow Hill.
Okay.
Cora Reeves stays near there using the junk from the basis of her experiments. If you work with her, and actually, you got some mechanical-minded and tinkering types amongst you, maybe you can rig up something special for your Nash.
I was
Flamethrower?
just-
Yeah, I was, okay. That's a possibility.
Immediate thought.
If it goes bang, I'm in. But
Let's open up my car. Let's not have my car go bang.
I was wondering if I could get a sample of the gasoline before we go.
A sample.
Yes. I can
Yeah,
take that with me to buy tank.
sure, you can take some of my
We
gasoline.
need a very, very thin sample of gasoline. You put it in a paper bag.
Gasoline's, well, I don't know if it's that new to America, but
Well, what are we running on?
What
here?
the paper
no,
bag?
you get
Well,
the
then you
gas.
hold it up to your face and just breathe in and out.
Also,
Oh, okay.
Doc Moth will give you guys some more. This is the Mothman, by the way. The Mothman is their moonshine, their brewer.
Is he a moth?
He's a moth.
Giant moth.
Yeah, he's a Mothman.
He's
the
a
Mothman, you
He's,
might say.
he is the moth
The-
man.
Yes.
The moth.
The one and only.
He has a T-shirt.
Yeah. I don't know if
that
you know
says,
your West Virginia cryptids.
Mac Mama.
Yeah. Okay. the Mothman prophecies. No. All
He
right.
was married to her.
Thomas, are you there?
He's like,
Ooh.
he's sleeping.
Thomas.
Who's Thomas?
I think he's going into one of his crazy talks again.
I don't know about that. He hasn't been
I
drinking.
wasn't sure if you were supposed to.
Yeah. You can talk to him. Like, I mean, he hears
Would
you.
Would you need a seat in this vehicle, or would you
I'll
care to
Okay,
ride comfortably
I feel like
elsewhere?
I'm missing something
I'll
here.
manifest and be heard.
Jesus.
Well,
Mr. Sue, I don't think that's necessary.
Wait, did I hear that?
Excellent.
Yeah, is everybody hearing
Nice
this, or
seats.
just...
Lighter weight.
He manifested though.
Yeah, I guess everybody hears a disembodied voice.
Okay, that's weird.
Who's that?
Oh, that's the weird thing. Nothing else has been
I was like,
weird.
I can dig that. That's
Nothing else has been weird up till
That's
now.
paranormal
I
activity.
mean,
Disembodied voice, so that's strange.
No, my house
She says while a rat holds up like
Literal-
a fork
yeah.
to her, and she's like,
You can always make me look really crazy.
is that rat polishing that fork?
What's the guy from
well, yeah,
Nightmare
I
Before
want to know what a
Christmas?
silverware polish is.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oogie Boogie. Like, we have literally.
Yeah, I think Oogie Boogie was kind of like
That's-
the point of inspiration.
That gets to. I'm fine with it. You're good.
My Howler's like, you spend enough time in Cullen County, you get used to all kinds of weird stuff. Disembodied
I mean,
voices.
I'm
are
pretty
nothing
new at
new.
counting, so.
Well, you'll get used to it. Now, go off, build that car, win me that race.
Right.
Do we have any info on our competition?
Some motley crew of racers who will show up.
Can I have their addresses?
Whoa! You're gonna send them a gift?
Well, it's not.
Of rodents carrying a plague.
Like,
Nice gift.
good luck, have fun. You know?
It's not exactly the sort
Made
of
of
official thing you
cockroaches.
sign up ahead of time.
Well, I'm
so-
just saying that
Arrive
it's
at the
easy to
door
win
and
if
then
everybody
smile.
else is dead.
Yeah, I understand. Understand that, but I,
feel like
don't
they
quite
did-
know
they
who it
did
is
it
until they.
Preventive murder.
Right,
I got
the starting
it. That's a
line.
good way of
No
ending the
problem.
reef before it begins.
We can find that out later on.
All right, so we'll cut ahead to the
So
junkyard.
wait,
unless,
is the murder everybody else off the table? Is that not something we're going to do?
No. During the race. Sure. Before the race. It's a little
Let's
unsportsmanlike.
just move the race back and then get new people.
also, you
Never
don't
have
know.
a race.
Race is postponed. On account of
Everybody
serial
else is
murder.
dead. Yeah.
She's using Japanese ghost logic, which is you were there, so now you die.
Interesting.
How dare you?
Mr. Sue, so let's go to your workshop and see what you cook up there.
I was wondering if I could mix in some moonshine with our gasoline and come up with a little bit of a nitro.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
We got a race coming up, don't we?
Yeah, I was thinking
You're
of that.
basically building
Just sort of got,
rocket
like-
fuel.
All right,
Why not?
let's have you do your
Cars that blow up.
So you roll for your sanctum.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll on my sanctum. Here we go. 8 or higher, so I can get at that 10 on
What
How
do
we
we
do?
do?
Pearl 5.
Oh, shit. I was
no.
going to ask if I could assist you.
Yeah,
That's
I was
Oh,
actually
gosh.
gonna See if I can assist.
So
well, no, it's-
unless I
this
don't
only gives
have
you
what I'm
plus
looking
one.
for,
Yeah.
but I know someone who has it in stock. Isn't that the case?
I was just ready with the machinist thing to.
Yeah. All right. I'll say you apparently get the nitro working, but it might, when you use it, might have some adverse side effects.
Wear car.
Yeah. So, don't spoil it.
Wait, that was a.
Yeah, I remember they
It's not the first time I've
the
spoiled
Moonshine
something.
Gang. Yeah. The Moonshine Gang makes all of their brew with werewolf spittle as the secret ingredient. So, what could go wrong?
Everything.
Is the car there? Right now?
We'll cut ahead a bit to the junkyard. So, in Hollow Hill, which is this secluded valley, you got to go down some kind of treacherous roads to get there, which is why it's sort of been able to stay safe over these years.
I haven't been in these parts in a long time.
In this community, do you think?
Have you manifested it or not? You just saying this to yourself.
Do you think?
Internal.
Do you think Thomas Stratton ever had reason to go
Actually,
there
just
during
recently.
his
The
life?
Ghost of Thomas Stratton. I'm sorry, it just sounds like a folk song.
No,
Probably
that's
would
why
be.
it's such a great
Probably
name.
is in this part, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I'm a ghost of the Union.
Ghost of the Working Man.
Ghost of the working man.
Before you became a ghost, do you think you ever ventured into this place or ever had
Maybe
cause to?
once on a dare.
Okay, I can see that. Well, now you're here.
My brother would have dared me to do it, and I would have done it. Very scared.
So in this junkyard area, big piles of just derelicts, rusted cars, engines, all kinds of stuff that can be used to help build this car. Cora Reeves is kind of helping you out there.
Question. You said earlier, and this is my character wouldn't know this. You said that Cora Reeves fought in the Great War, correct?
Her brother did.
Brother did. Okay.
Yeah, the mayor, Ralston Reeves.
Stories. Can I put a face to a name to see if I know anything more about her?
Yeah. Why don't you roll a wild for her faction there?
That's
Nice.
great. That's a 10.
Very nice.
Sweet.
It's 11 minus 1.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so that was great.
So I would
And
say
I leveled up.
So you've probably dealt with her before, like maybe during your initial investigation, you ventured into to Hollow Hill and met her.
I'm a thorough individual.
Yeah. So do you think you guys have like kind of a friendly relationship? I mean, she's pretty friendly with everybody who needs help.
Yeah, I think she was a good source of information kind of in the beginning of an investigation.
Okay.
But like long-term information, I decided against using her as any sort of informant or that sort of
I
thing.
wouldn't want to put her in danger.
You fell in love
Not really.
Ah.
Can I see your scholar character sheet?
because you fell in Scholar?
Yes, I felt scholar.
Do you think you told her your actual name, or are you under the Valentine DeLuca?
Oh, I'm absolutely under the Valentine DeLuca.
Oh, all right. Well, she just welcomes you in then. Oh, Mr. DeLuca. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to see you here.
Of course, it's always good to see you.
I'm happy to have you. I think you want some work done on that Nash you got there. It's a nice automobile.
Thank you. Got it before I came down here. I think this beauty needs to get a little more oomph for the race coming up.
Ooh, all right. Well, I'll see what I can do. So, in this junkyard, there's all kinds of detritus, gears, tools, pieces of other cars. How do you think you want to soup up the Nash?
Could I investigate this place of power and sort of see if I can find any sort of interesting things?
Oh, yeah, that could be a good idea. All right.
Can more than one of us do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So roll with wild.
8.
I also got an 8.
Okay. You discover, the junkyard's not necessarily magical. You discover, or actually, no, I'll say the Vermin Row discovers there's like some armored plating can be welded to the car, which could be useful if there's a lot of gunplay.
Okay. Used to belong to a tank named what was the Howling Asar's leader name?
Gosh.
Oh, Ludwig.
Ludwig's armor.
Someone ended up in this junkyard.
Rather a lot of Iron Crosses painted on this, but I don't know.
Those can be buffed off with a bit of steel wool.
You can weld it on there. Stratton, you discover Cora's like really worried about something. There's something that's weighing on her mind. So she says, Mr. DeLuca, would you like to introduce me to some of your friends there? Of course, I know Miss Rose. Yeah, she's been a big help in Hollow Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Cora Reeves.
That's right, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Met you before.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Michael Panush forgot.
That's all right.
Yes, I remember. You were that fancy dressed stranger coming around asking questions and so forth.
Yeah, just wanted to get a lay about it.
Well, we got lots of strangers, but I do my best to be hospitable. And what about these two foreign gentlemen here?
Yes, to be fair, it was her brother who had me stab you.
Simone.
Wasn't
Good
so
to meet
right.
you.
Stabbed me, I blew you up.
I mean,
Oh, that it is.
I
Are you
forget what
are you
even
of
Stephen
French
did.
extraction?
Yeah.
Oh,
Born, raised here, but born there, but raised here, I guess. Is better.
I would so love to visit Paris someday.
So would I.
And your name, sir?
Mrs. Sue.
Ah, pleasure. Well, we can get you this armored car here. Or this armor for your vehicle. And if there's anything else seems interesting, I'll do what I can to piece it together.
Vermin Rose is going to walk over to the car and put her hand on the hood, and I'm going to use the machinist ability.
Okay.
Ooh, all right.
Stop touching me.
I'll do that afterwards.
It's a regular Herbie the Love Bug situation.
Wow, that was a terrible roll.
Oh,
but
no.
It's still a 7.
Okay.
Well, because it's spirit, so I get a +2 on spirit. So I do get to ask it one question, which is really all I need. So, how do I get you to race faster, comrade? It seriously says, how could I get you to blank, comrade?
Well, it's because you're a fellow,
Yeah.
I guess machine of flesh and insects and rats in your case.
And now some machine, too.
Yeah, and some machine in there
Very
too.
different.
I will say he asked for some of that moonshine. He wants a little bit of that in the gas tank.
So
I
Kyle wants,
handed my second bottle. My first one, I peed myself.
Kyle wants a little bit of moonshine in his tank.
There we go. Fill her up.
Okay.
I do have the brew that I infused with the ghost tea. But that would work.
It
Let's
specifically asked
just
for the
stick
moonshine.
with the moonshine. I got 2 bottles. I don't mind spending one of them.
No problem.
She mixes it up with a little bit of gasoline and just pours it right in there.
Okay. So Reeves says to Special Agent Berryessa, I don't know what I'm saying.
It's gonna be Valentine's.
Or
It's a cool name.
DeLuca, yeah. Mr. DeLuca, I was wondering, I got sort of a...
Valentine's fine.
Oh, Mr. Valentine, this is very romantic. You're a regular Valentino, like the picture star. Oh, he's so handsome. Anyhow, I got a little bit of a conundrum I've been pondering.
What's on your mind?
Well, are you familiar with what's been happening over in the rest of the Howler? With the Union, the striking trouble?
Yeah. A shame. Didn't they blow up a train or something, or were nearby? What happened?
Yeah, there was some violence. Actually, it was my brother was safeguarding some of my people when it happened. They had been hired to scab, if you can believe it.
I can believe it. These are trying times.
Mm-hmm.
I should never do the scabbing. It hurts
Terrible
everybody
idea.
to do.
No, I agree.
Terrible idea.
From what I've read, like if the bosses can just like divide us by promising like more money to one, turning us against each other, we won't stand a chance. The problem is, I want to do more. The people throughout the county, well, they never had much use for us. That's their fault. But what's happening to them now, being abused and exploited by the company and now attacked, murdered by the gun thugs, it ain't right. So what I want to do is extend the sanctuary of Hollow Hill to all of them.
I'm going to manifest and be seen and heard.
Whoa, okay. And she continues like, my brother, though, he thinks the opposite, so I'm not sure what I should do. And then she like notices this ghostly miner walking in past the junkyard. Do you look like a ghost, or what's your appearance?
I look like a very sort of... I'm obviously in coal miner gear, but I also... You can see bullet holes throughout my body.
Whoa.
And I also have a rifle on my back, a pickaxe on the other shoulder, and a knife on my belt.
Ghost knife.
They killed his pickaxe.
They killed his raffle.
These were just what was on me when I died.
My knife isn't blessed.
But you have no idea what the Union has been through. I am just an example. Me and my brother were killed just for protesting, and it ain't right.
It ain't right.
Yeah, our company man here is getting a little worried. She's like, well, Mr. Ghost?
My name is Stratton. Thomas Stratton.
Right. The ghost of the working man.
My family's been coal miners for a long time, and what's been happening lately is,
It ain't right.
like I said,
All right, well,
Don't make fun, Mr. DeLuca.
I think
Sorry.
I mean, she's definitely edging towards accepting this and wanting to help, but she might need to persuade to put her over the edge.
Speak your mind, Thomas.
well,
Speak your mind.
I was just hoping to get better working. My mind's not working.
Working conditions, yeah.
Yeah, better working conditions for us. I wasn't expecting a man who, I guess, he goes by Mr. Irons and his crew to show up, and
Ooh.
there was nothing to it. He just ordered them to fire, and we tried our best to fire back or do anything against them, but nothing happened. Nothing worked, and a lot of us were killed. My father was the only one who made it out. So
Makes sense there. All right, let's see if you can convince her.
Oh my
no.
god!
I don't
Worst
think
possible
anybody can
roll.
even assist you, so...
Snake eye.
The
Doesn't
dead
see a
man's
plus
story
3.
does not move the living.
Yeah.
As a player, I'm a
Four.
little confused. Okay, so what is the loggerheads that the siblings have right now?
Cora Reeves was leaning towards welcoming in the miners, helping the strikers. Her brother, the mayor, would rather just stay isolated, leave them to their own devices. Okay, so she's like, well, our people have faced violence plenty of times before, and maybe at your hands, Mr. Stratton, or at least those of your kin, and we didn't get much help from the outside. So now that
Well-
the outside's coming to us, I don't know.
Honestly, I have no quarrel with your people. My family is, like I said, we've been coal miners my entire life, and the mine has always been kind to us. And the people around it are from many walks of life, so we've always been kind to them.
All right. Well, she might be unswayed for the moment. She's like, well, I'll let you finish up your car, but suggest you take your leave. We have a ghost here by the name of Mamie Thurman, who kind of walks these hills and keeps watch over the village. I wouldn't want you to come to blows.
Oh, ghost on ghost fights.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool to watch.
No one
to
would
be honest.
Provided that they both manifest, which chances are they're not going to do.
You never know. I mean, maybe ghosts can't hurt other ghosts unless they manifest.
Yeah, ghosts are kind of always secretly fighting each other.
Wherever you look. So unless someone else wants to try offering a suggestion
My camera.
to Cora Reeves, we might move on to the opening of the race.
Before the race starts, is there like a list or something of the participants I could peruse?
You'll see them when the race begins.
You guys all mind doing a bit of planning before we get in there, trying to maybe think of some ideas before we get ahead, because I want to make sure we have some best laid plans going on right
Cora,
now.
I just want to say, I don't necessarily disagree with your brother. If we start letting the miners into the village, then they're going to start opening up coffee shops, and before much longer, then you're going to see a whole bunch of other miners. And then that follows up with some other people that aren't even miners at all who
It's a
come in,
gentrification.
and they see all the miners,
is.
and they go, oh, this is a place to live. There's coffee shops and miners. And then before you know it, everybody's a lawyer and a doctor.
Well,
Like New York.
honestly, the miners can live on their own for all they know. But as you can let them in or not, we'll survive no matter what. So,
Okay. She's like, well, there are some in the woods next to the village. They're a decent place. It's not Howler Hill. It's not Hollow Hill proper, but maybe they can find a place there if need be. But yeah, she's still a little wary of the situation here. All right, so what are some of the how are you gonna soup up this Nash for the race?
First of all, everyone knows every race needs the spikes on the wheels.
Yes.
So that you can like gladiator style.
I mean, I feel
so-
like we've already put some armor on it.
100%.
Yeah.
Wolfy
And we've given it
moonshine
some-
in
You got armor. You
Yeah.
gave it Wolf Moonshine. You put spikes on the
We armored it, we
wheels.
put some knocks in it. Now we got some offensive weaponry, plus the rest of us on board.
What about if the rear seats were not facing forward?
Ooh.
Like facing back? I like that idea.
Okay, I think you have to roll the spikes and spinning seats around. Probably don't have to roll for that. That seems like easy enough to make.
Oh, it's got windows all around it. So
All right.
it's the old school like Nash. So it's kind of like the old like 20s cars you see. They're like the super expensive ones.
You get the bucket seats there turned around in the back.
It's a nice car.
Right, we probably want to take the glass out too then, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Best
It's a-
idea.
yeah.
It's a good idea.
Just saying, if the idea is that we're facing backwards to shoot at people, you don't want to be blowing out your windshield.
I mean,
looks better.
Let's be honest, it'd be,
More an
it'd be
action.
very cinematic.
Oh, we weren't expecting them to cheat. Oh no.
Something regarding safety comes to mind, but I don't think that exists at this time period. So we're moving on.
Some sort of
Like hiding
Safety.
ourselves down or something.
How do you
Bells.
spell that?
Okay, so the question is,
hold myself
but if we
No,
tie
sounds-
ourselves
sounds
down,
crazy.
How
crazy,
having
right?
something like that would imply that driving a car is dangerous.
the cars are not
Sounds
dangerous
restrictive.
whatsoever.
All those cigarettes and cars.
Yeah, I gotta say,
Cigarettes are
the,
good for you. I know what you're
the
talking
views of the players of Generation
you
Shadow
vigor.
do not reflect those.
They reflect the time period,
They
not the
really-
players
Yes.
themselves.
Time the Tabletop
I mean,
believes in seatbelts.
Like Tucker, a man in his dreams. The whole thing was about the guy who really wants seatbelts in cars, and everyone was like, no. And then Ralph Miller was like, seatbelts in cars, and people were like, no.
Oh.
Ooh, unsafe at any speed.
Yeah, like we all feel like, oh, seatbelts are normal now, but everybody thought that
Yeah,
was like a
I'm
total freak
definitely.
show.
Definitely, there's going to be no seatbelts in these other racers, so no seatbelts for you.
They
That's fine, I was-
just straight up don't exist.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're ready to begin the race.
I do want to use the move best laid plans.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Oh,
To get some
yeah.
form.
All right, and then Gante wants to check something out.
That's a 12.
Man, you were rolling so good tonight.
I'm on
Nice.
fire tonight.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Livingston ever rolled that well.
He never did.
Never did, no.
He should have been a hunter and then took a move from the veteran.
Oh
was
yeah,
far
yeah.
better.
The Livingston Luck. He was a great character.
It was.
I mean, the bad luck was part of it. This was Dallas's last character in the Victorian London one.
So
he just it was like everything he rolled was like 2, 3. It was all bad.
Hunters
Five
had the
times
best
in a
luck
row.
because Billy Pruitt had amazing luck too.
I know, right?
It's just like, oh, you're going up against this super powerful thing, and you just accidentally killed it.
Yeah, that's like 6 hard, I guess.
How about Egantre? How's he preparing?
By doing some reconnaissance. As I said, I want to scope out our competition.
Okay.
With did your homework. Put a face to a name with someone politically important. How I think other racers politically important. Roll a flying center affection. On a hit, you know a dangerous secret about them or their political machinations. On a 10 plus, you know how to leverage that information.
Ooh, okay.
Blackmail.
No, I like this idea actually.
So
How we do?
that's a 7 because I'm rolling with mine.
Nice.
Ooh, okay. So you get to ask one question or you discover the identity of one of the other racers.
Yeah, I just know something, a dangerous secret about one of the other racers.
Ooh, okay. Here's the thing. Vampires. Here's the thing you discover. There are going to be some vampires. That's not the secret. It's not a dangerous secret.
We already know that.
You discover that Tad Howler has entered the race by himself.
That mother.
Yeah. This is the eldest son of Ma Howler.
Can I?
The
Can I
woman
do,
who hired you. Yeah, this is her oldest son.
Yeah.
Can I do something with Mr. Sue because Mr. Sue's good at making things, right?
Is
Yeah.
Tad the old? I thought Tad was the youngest.
Tad's the youngest.
Yeah.
Bo is the older.
Yeah.
I kind of want him to make Wolverine claws for me.
Ooh, okay. Let's see you roll the workplace. See how we do. I think that could be cool.
What metals am I working with here?
Yeah, building. I know. I remember.
Fun.
Livingston did make a cool Gatling gun.
I got a bunch
Was
of
it the
silver
backstrap
bullets you
one,
can
right?
use to break down.
Come on.
Jeez!
Wow.
It happens.
What's that add up to?
5.
I can't help you.
I know, this is ridiculous.
Question,
I hope when I
how-
channel, I roll really
How many
well.
3s have you rolled tonight?
That's the second one?
All right, Mr. Sue.
Uh-oh.
You will get the.
Guys,
I'll
it's
tell you
begun.
what.
I'm so sorry.
I love the Wolverine claws.
It's
so
gonna
sorry,
probably take a little while longer.
You'll get them done for next month. Something to look forward to. So you can mark down. You
This
have
one's
like
sharp.
you have Wolverine claws. You just have like or claws, I guess.
I mean,
We don't want to get Marvel's lawyers after us.
Well, because she has no feeling, and like the rats could just push them out.
If you just
Yeah.
want a silver knife, I have one.
You can't just take a knife.
Oh, man.
The claws will be ready
It's
for our next.
technically
next
silver
session.
and cold iron.
I mean, if you're okay with me taking it,
I meant like borrowing it.
yeah, I'll
like a
just
bet.
borrow it for this week. I'll give it back to you when I have,
Wolverine claws.
super awesome claws that pop out of my hand.
Of course, yeah.
Which I totally came up with first
Which is-
because it's 19. Oh
20.
shit, no. Wait, Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine in the 40s and
Yeah.
much later.
I'm first.
This is where
Marvel
they get
copied
the-
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's canon.
Take that, Stanley and Jack Kirby. So.
Copied off a
I don't
zombie
think that
movie.
they created Wolverine, actually. I think it
Oh,
was,
okay.
Somebody else.
Yeah,
Later? Yeah,
that was
alright.
later.
X-Men.
Wolverine
wanted
was
to-
under
I
Chris
wanted to see if I
Claremont's
could do
run.
this I can't say it, psychometry.
Yeah.
So I can study an interesting object. I hope your card's interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Just now.
What are the details on that?
And then if I roll high enough, I can check out what bands, wards, or limits are attached to it.
Ooh,
200.
okay. Yeah, go for it.
Hand, blade, silver, cold iron.
That's a 6, so I don't think I get anything. What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
Plus.
Oh wait, plus 2, so that's an 8. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what does it say for the 8 option?
So that I can choose one. So that one I'm choosing the bands, words, or limits that are attached to the other.
Okay. The limits are it can take
Shit.
some of the werewolf elixir. If that's too much, it will start transforming.
How much is too much? We talking like a 2 liter of Coke or
Something like that. Yeah, like another about half the bottle will do it before it starts getting messed up.
Okay.
And
Half bottle
transforming.
equals bad.
It's less than
Yeah.
half bottle.
What's he transforming?
But if it
So-
gets the full bottle, it will get that big burst of speed. Or werewolf killing power.
Or
Werewolf
it's like,
killing
we're
power
talking
is a
like,
car.
Yeah.
we're
and
talking
or-
like a 50-50 chance.
We're gonna kill Tad
Yeah.
Howler by accident just
So it's
around
like
him.
you might lose control of it, but it could give you the speed you need.
Oh, I thought we already put Moonshine in the tank.
Exactly. When you put a little bit more,
But if you put
it over
more,
the top.
So.
If we top it off with moonshine.
Yeah.
Transforms into a metal wolf.
I
Yes.
hope not with us inside of it.
It
So
won't be
he's
like a
thinking
transformer
about-
where it goes
so
to
it's adding even more moonshine.
Yeah.
So he's thinking, okay.
So we'll cut ahead to the starting line.
Yikes.
You guys all pull up, and you can see indeed next to you, Bo Howler arrives in this like big truck.
Goggles down.
Oh yeah, everyone's got the driving goggles.
Mad Max situation.
I immediately rack a bullet into my carbine, my rifle.
Yeah.
I don't have a gun.
I don't have a gun.
I don't
Do you
know.
have any spares?
How good are you with guns?
Hey, so I'm pretty good with a cell phone, so...
I don't know if you guys
Does my simple apartment make me good with...
Don't drop this. It's very valuable, and I hand him my submachine gun.
Oh, that might be a difficult. Can I start with something small?
The other thing I have is a little high-powered, like Lee Enfield rifle.
Too bad you got the Tommy gun.
Okay, sweet.
And do you want to use you want to use the high-powered rifle?
No, you got it.
I'll use the rifle if you want.
I mean,
driving, aren't
I'll
you?
take quantity over quality.
Aren't you
Okay.
driving?
Am I?
I thought we
you're
had.
driving. Yeah, you're
Whatever
driving.
worked out who was
Who's driving?
I thought you.
His blood is negative too. I don't know what
What
skill you
would-
use to drive.
Yeah, what would you use for driving?
Yeah, probably blood.
Alright,
I have
so
one blood.
I have -2 blood.
I feel like I'd probably be the one driving, especially because I have the machinist ability.
Yeah.
So I might be able to drive using spirit rather than
Don't you
blood.
have magic?
That makes
I
sense.
do have
Then
magic.
use magic.
To drive?
No,
That's illegal.
No,
I can't throw fireballs.
have you tried?
Yes. I
Try
can.
again.
That's like the first thing
Shoot
everyone
lightning
tries.
from your fingertips.
Guys, I know that you're probably opposed to a woman driving because that's a crazy.
No, not at
thought.
all.
No,
Not at
you.
all.
I
Go
just
ahead.
want to go.
Well, no, I
What
mean,
year is it?
technically speaking,
25.
I believe it's
All right, you're
illegal.
good.
But still,
You're fine.
We're in a criminal race. Who gives a fuck?
but I can guarantee if I drive this car, the car and I will be one and the same.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Please drive.
Okay, you're driving. So, there's 3 other racers who pull up. There's Bo Howler in this like big old truck. He's this like big hulking werewolf man wearing like overalls, and he's like pulling the little goggles down over his.
Wait, is the whole
Humongous
Mr.
bearded
race
face.
literally just howlers?
No, there's 2 other non-Howler combatants. The other 2.
Howler, Lieutenant Howler,
Yeah.
and Joe
Yeah.
Howler.
The Howler cousins are coming.
Why are we racing against the people that we're trying to win from?
I
I'm so
know,
confused.
a little odd.
Yeah. Did we bet on ourselves? Did we
My Howler bet on
put any
us.
money?
Yeah,
Can I
so-
bet on ourselves?
Yes, you can all bet on yourselves.
We can all bet on ourselves.
I'll bet on
Okay.
myself.
I don't have
Bet money.
any money listed.
Just-
where are my gold?
I have
pieces?
$20 billion.
I
It
know.
says it right here.
Yeah.
Your
Alright,
oracle, your
Mr.
oracle
Field.
funds.
Mr. Field pays you well. The other 2 racers, one of them is somebody from Hollow Hill who you might recognize if you spent some time there, so you probably know him. It's this weird individual known as Preacher, who's like a kind of traveling preacher and a snake handler. He has a weird car that's all like covered with crosses, looks kind of like a big old coffin on wheels, and he has all these like snakes curling around him. This lean, pale individual with the preacher's collar and a dark hat.
Is he friendly?
I stayed away from him because I didn't like the way his look. Also, he's got snakes covering him.
Yeah, he's like, "Have you heard the good
Are you
news?"
kidding?
Oh,
Because
boy.
She's got snakes inside of her.
I was about to
Yes,
do a
but
thing.
on the inside, so I don't see it.
Can I do a thing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do the hideous visage with him.
Oh, I'll see if it'll work. Okay.
What?
Hideous visage. So she turns to him and goes, "Oh yes," and like when she says yes, like a snake comes out of her mouth.
Boy.
Well, but it's still with spirit,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Yeah. So that is I can't math. It's an 8.
Partial.
So what's the result for it?
Well, it's persuade an
I thought that was a
NPC.
6.
It's partial
Ooh.
success.
Okay. What are you trying? Are you just trying to scare him?
I'm trying to remember what persuade is.
NPC.
On 7 to 9, they modify the terms or demand a bet. I was just trying to rattle him so that he doesn't do
unintended.
well.
All right. Well,
You don't want to raise.
you have his attention for sure. So maybe now he's like, if the devil's riding against me, maybe they're who I ought to take out first.
Shit.
I'm going to.
The other, I just want to see one more car pulls up. Then we'll let you do the thing.
No, it's good. I was just
So
gonna ask
the
what-
other car is this weird ramshackle like Model T, populated by hobos, hobo vampires. They've come all the way from New Orleans, and Nil Bill, the hobo vampire king of New Orleans. This is from,
No.
yeah,
okay.
this is Lucy's character from our last one
Nil
shot.
Bill, the hobo
Yeah,
king.
Nil Bill's back. He's taken
can't-
over New Orleans.
Oh, hey, Nell, how's it going?
Hey there, I've moved up in the world, but I'm still living simple in the alley.
Still feeding
real
on people's
against
emotions in your
vampires,
cardboard
that
box.
shit's blessed.
Well, I got a
nice.
taste for it.
So
Even though I own the
just
city, I
real
still
with
like the
bullets.
cardboard box.
So what are you doing up here, Nil?
Oh, just love the thrill of racing.
Oh, I don't blame you that.
Bill's in it for the thrill.
Uh-huh. Neil Bill likes a thrill.
Thrill Bill, more like
Yeah.
it.
So him and his vampire hobos, these ragged, blood-drinking individuals, they pull up as well.
Isn't it rather sunny out right now for you lot?
It's gloomy.
Look, according to the song, you'll never leave Harlan alive. The sun goes down at like 10. The sun doesn't come out till 10 in the morning, and it goes down at like 6 in the day. So it's pretty cloudy and foggy there. And bad. I got all my information from folk songs about this art.
Yes.
That was the only research I did.
We didn't actually go there to physically do that.
I wish.
City.
Did you hear the
Yeah.
great folk
Real
song,
fun.
the Ghost of Tom Stanton?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of which, Tom Stanton.
Yeah, I was actually.
Stratton.
Tom Stratton. What's
I
the
was
plan
gonna
here?
see if I could mess with the preacher in Memphis to be
Ooh.
heard and be like, I think you should step out of this race.
Ooh, okay.
Sounds very polite.
What's the polite ghost?
Good
Well,
sir.
No,
It's
more,
my
it was more-
opinion,
I was trying
man.
to see if I could see if I could sort of make him think that the Lord is talking to him. And,
Oh,
That's a good idea.
cool. Okay. Are you thinking you're going with Persuade, or is there a special ghost move you want to use for this?
I mean,
Probably
words won't be
Persuade.
ignored, which is if I distract an NPC, I can roll with Spirit instead of Mind.
Yeah, that sounds good for this.
So, but it says that's if I get in the way with someone. Never mind. So,
Well, it's mislead, distract, trick.
Yeah,
You
I think
could
actually mislead,
could
distract, or
confuse
trick
him
sounds more.
for some time.
yeah,
That sounds more likely. So how'd you do?
it's 9.
Okay, and it's with mine.
Can I assist
Oh.
him so that it bumps it up to
Is it
10?
with Mind or am I? Not
I think
using
it says
won't be
mislead.
ignored?
This is a mislead, distract, or trick.
Well, it does say if I distract an NPC,
It's his thing.
roll with Spirit in Mind.
Oh, right,
also-
okay.
This won't be ignored.
All right, no problem. So,
So-
it's a 9. Okay.
Can I assist to bump it up to a 10? Since I was already doing the scary stuff.
Yeah, so you roll the assist there, so you can.
You're knight, right?
Yes.
Oh shit, that's a 6.
Aramis.
No, okay, but 9's still something. Get to pick one from the list there.
Sorry, I was hoping I
You
could
want
get
to
you up to
create
a
an
10.
opportunity? Expose a weakness or flaw, confuse them. That could be doable here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna confuse them. Like it'll be like, I just want him to be like, Lord, are you really sure about this?
All
right. He's gonna go back to petting his snakes and be a little confused as Ma Howler, or maybe I'm not sure, maybe her.
Can I summon one of his snakes to me?
Oh, let's wait. Let's wait for that. That's a cool idea. Let's wait till she gets to the race.
Maybe I can distract him during the race by
Yeah.
doing some snaky stuff.
So some
Normal
other
snake.
some other backwoods bootlegger fires the double-barreled starter shotgun into the air, and all the cars take off, zooming down the road. So right now we got our driver. Let's have you roll with blood to see how we do in the first.
I'm gonna roll with spirit instead.
Oh yes. Okay. Cool.
Because
Using
I'm-
the machinist.
Yeah, I'm doing the machinist.
All
By the
right.
way, just really quickly, can we say that the snake came out of her mouth and did get over to his car?
Oh sure. Okay.
Because that would probably help with the whole.
Right. Right now everybody's kind of neck and neck. Let's see how you do. As you're all zooming down this narrow
Oh man!
forest road.
Oh, that's a 10.
Whoa, okay. So you guys kind of come to the head. You're leading the pack right now. However, coming up close behind is Noel Bill and those vampire hobos.
Now's my chance. Yeah, just unload. Okay. Can I shoot them?
Yes.
So, so your thing is it's close, area, loud, silvered, blessed, and automatic.
Oh man.
So you can basically use the automatic to basically hit everything in a small circle, right? In a small area. You can just hit everything there, including the car.
We're gonna send these guys to the great
Hey, since
vampire Big Rock
since
Candy
I
Mountain in
ended
the
up
sky.
driving, you should probably have the knife.
Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Either
These
way.
poor hobos. Okay, so Simone, I want you to roll the Unleash an attack. So you roll and you add your blood.
Roll plus blood.
Blood!
That's a 0. I roll. Come on. Oh, that's an 8.
That's pretty good. So you get to. Do you see the main moves?
Not a miss.
Yeah, so you
Inflict
pick one.
terrible harm. Yes.
You want to pick that one?
Wait, hold on. Is there something else?
Yeah, or take something from them.
Or you take, yeah.
Take their lives.
I mean,
we've been told before we can't do that.
We tried.
Yeah, can I just
Say
like
what we
do?
tried.
I want to take the game-winning powers from you, the GM, and win the game. Can I just do that?
No.
You can take away their cars.
You do also
Yeah,
have to.
that's something.
Is that how that's how that goes?
Yeah, you
yeah,
take
you
their
can take out their
tires.
tires.
Yeah, you can take out the
Yeah.
tires.
Pretty difficult for
Taking out
them.
the tires. That's good.
Okay, take out the tires.
Okay, nice. So you fire, you unload, you hurt them,
Roll the car.
and
But you have to pick
you
one
also have
from
to-
below.
yeah, some put yourself in a bad spot or take some harm. So they can be firing back at you, or putting yourself in a bad spot, like while you're firing. Maybe it'll be like the recoil, like knocks you out, and you're like half out of the door, kind of over the runners. in the air.
I'll take one for the team. They inflict harm on me.
Okay, so what happens is you lean out, you unload with the Tommy gun. Their two front tires go poof poof. That's the noise the tires make when they're shot, right? Poof
Yeah,
poof.
sure.
Very
Well,
quiet.
I don't know. At
very-
this
very
point, do
sensible.
tires have air in them, or are they vulcanized rubber still?
Probably will.
Right?
Well, they're not good when they're hit by a machine gun, I'm sure.
yeah, they still get all messed up when you shoot them.
I'm blessed.
A blessed silver
They were
machine gun.
unholy tires. However, Nil Bill himself, he pulls out this old like rusty pea shooter, takes a shot at you. So I'm gonna have you roll
Tetanus.
keep it cool.
I just
Keep
imagine
your
Bill
cool.
Bill going like, "Hey, that's cheating."
Yeah, he sounds like that kind of guy.
Spirit. Yeah.
Maybe I'll see the bullets coming. Hey, you don't know.
Doing some Matrix business.
His being sick.
Well, let's see what happens there.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, you're sitting next to him, so it's likely to actually shoot like whoever's in the passenger seat.
That's a 10.
Or,
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
or not hit anything.
Okay, so
It's just old.
you only take one level of faint harm. So minor. I'm gonna just be like you get your shoulder grazed.
Okay.
So the bullet, like you were able to, yeah.
Right
You
next-
see,
Mark it off for them right next to that injury.
so you see those bullets coming. You weave to the side. You still take a little wound, but it's not gonna slow you down or anything. Right now, the hobo car is like the tires are gone. It's like fishtailing, pinwheeling, not doing good at all.
So
I think-
they're pretty much out of the race.
I think maybe one more push will finish them for good.
Is Nobil driving?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking a shot at Nobil with my rifle.
Oh no.
Do we want?
Oh,
to
sorry,
kill
Lucy.
them?
Yes, I do want to kill Nobil. I want to kill vampires.
Oh wow. I'm really sorry. Nick.
Ooh, that is currently a 6.
I
Someone help me
will
out there.
assist by driving
Okay.
in such a way as to get you like a clearer shot.
Cool, that's a mortality.
Cool. I'll roll on mortality. I'm at a -1. Oh yeah. Oh, if it wasn't a -1.
Miss.
If it was anything besides the -1, I would have succeeded.
But you still got a 9 though, right?
I got a 6.
Oh
Got an
no.
upside down 9.
6 and 6.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to use one of my best laid plans and give myself +1.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
All right.
Didn't want
So
to
you-
use it that early, but I still have 2 more, so I'm fine.
It's better than getting mowed down or falling out of the car.
Yeah, so I'm going to inflict terrible harm. Let's be 5 harm to him.
Okay.
Um,
That's gonna put him out of the race, I think.
good, I hope so. I guess I'll have put myself in a bad situation.
All right. So I'll say you're the one who is leaning out of the car. Take that shot. Despite some good driving on Rose's part, you do like the car fishtails a bit, maybe goes over a bump, and you are like now half out. You're like holding on with one hand. If only there was a belt across
This
the
is
seat.
why we have windows!
And you are like dangling out as the car is moving along. However, your bullet bullseyes poor Nil Bill like right in the head. He's a vampire. He'll be okay, maybe, but his racing days are done.
At least for now.
One day from retirement, you know?
I know. So the poor hobo car just goes off the road, hits a tree, blows up.
I'm not worried about the bullet. That's how-
How many hobos were on there? Like 3 of them? 4 of them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I mean,
count
they'll-
those. I'm gonna count those as my kills.
Look, they're vampires. They're gonna be okay. They just gotta go live in the woods and eat like rats and
Hey,
I'll count
Yeah.
them as kills.
you were gonna say vermin. I know you were gonna say vermin.
eat forest creatures for a little bit until they get their strength up, and then go back to New Orleans so they can enjoy their hobo kingdom.
Gosh.
So,
Make it.
however, some other bad news is coming because the preacher, you're now like you're about maybe like a third done with the race. So Colton City is coming up, which is where the finish line is in front of City Hall. But coming up behind you now is the preacher and his weird coffin mobile. and he's getting his snakes ready. He is like throwing them into your car, trying to have those venomous snakes, those vipers there, biting and bothering you to make you crash.
Are they trying to bite and bother me? Because that's awesome.
Yeah, why'd it have to be snakes? So,
Especially if he accidentally threw my own snake back at me.
oh man. So what are you guys doing about the snake attack?
Can I do...
I think Mr. Sue's got something. Maybe I'll start with Mr. Sue and kind of work around.
Are
So
the
we can
snakes
have you
like
go next.
mid-air? Or are they on our car? He's about to do it.
They're like midair. Or actually, what works better for
I'll open the
yours?
channel and see if I can wipe his memory not to throw them at us.
Okay, I'll say he's getting ready to throw in that case. He's winding up and he's swinging them around.
Finally.
Nice.
Finally. So that's
Lots and lots of
It's a
holes.
lot.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can, I'd like to spend an additional whole anti-mark corruption to say, keep the snakes and enjoy their bites. You think it feels good because I put alternate memories in their place.
Oh man.
Nice.
All right, so he's about to
Make him say daddy.
He's swinging the snake around, and suddenly he just wants to hug it. And he pulls that snake a lot closer to him.
It was 2 and corruption.
That was good. Solid. Solid move there.
So the snakes, I mean, he's probably been bitten a few times before, so he can still handle it and still be on the road, barely.
At least we're not covered in snakes.
Yeah, but at least you don't have much of venomous snakes in your car. So what is the Vermin Rose doing?
I'm going to do a let it out on the snakes to see if I can put them under my sway to be part of me instead of
Ooh,
like,
okay.
So I'm gonna roll.
Turn them all against him.
I feel like let it out is what I'm looking at here, right? I mean,
snakes? It's like snakes. I trusted you.
Snakes.
See how it
Why
goes.
did it have to be snakes?
Yeah, because one of the things is extend your senses supernatural or otherwise, and another is take definite hold of something vulnerable or exposed. So.
I do apologize to if there's any real snake handlers out there. Like I understand.
Snakes are awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's
I apologize to snakes too. Like they're cool.
because it is spirit. That still works.
What's the
Because that gets me up to a 8.
If someone can assist her, I can get it out to a 10.
Ooh.
That'd be awesome because then I don't take harm from doing this.
Yeah. To assist, all you gotta do is say like.
My assist would be using my best laid plans, but someone else to assist.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like
Would
you
mine be through
already,
the fact that I'm telling
by
you?
what you were doing was already. So if you want to roll,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm the wild.
So let's have you roll.
Okay, I roll.
Simone, you can always just roll a quick assist if you can think of
Yes!
a way in
Okay.
the story.
That was
Just it's a
8,
little
so
move.
that's
It's
the
in the
point.
basic
Cool.
moves there.
And then you're going to spend a whole
And lets you give someone a plus
plus
one.
one to that roll.
Nice.
And helps you
That's
level
10.
up too because you get to mark their faction.
Nice. Thanks, guys.
All right, so
makes
you
the
do a
dream
plus
work.
1. You use your best lane plans power, and
Yeah.
now it's a 10.
Because vessels don't take corruption; they just take harm. That's like how they work. So now the snakes in his car are part of my vermin collective, and they are just biting the ever-loving crap out of him.
Oh no, they
Uh,
turned on him.
Yeah, if they're they're all vipers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're just biting him like mad.
Oh boy.
Possibly in the eyes.
Oh gosh. Wow.
Yeah, they're aiming much better than snakes normally.
All right.
Like it's just a bunch of bites in the face.
If
Like,
the eyes are good, let him bite the eyes.
Okay, this poor guy.
because no matter how much
He was throwing snakes. He knew it was coming. You live and die by the snake, right?
It's true.
no matter how much you're prepared for getting bites, he's used to getting bites out of his hands. They're all biting his face. I
Yeah.
apologize so much to people with a snake phobia right now.
It could be worse. I constantly put my friend who has a fear of spiders in our home games for D&D through spider-infested territory. So,
Extra.
of course, always.
You got to do the phobias. So he is definitely not able. He might or might not survive, but he's definitely able to keep his roadster on the road. Thanks to all the snake bites, his car, he just loses control. It swerves the side and like smashes into a tree in the side of the road.
Not my kill there.
In Vermin
Yeah.
Rose's head, it's like, note, eat more venomous snakes.
Certainly
Useful.
are a lot of deaths in this race.
Yeah, snakes are pretty handy. So
That'd actually be kind of awesome if, like, before she attacked, she'd rattle because she's got so many vipers in her.
ooh.
And then she just opens up her mouth and
Viper shoots out, having coil in the throat.
So now it
Should
is.
be pretty cool.
It is, right? But I
Yeah.
just keep making this character more and more terrifying.
It's great.
Oh, I love it. So now it is just two people left, two
Character
racers
with
left.
redemption.
You guys and Bo.
I'm so normal.
So that big truck comes up behind you, and we're now sort of in like the last leg of the race, where you can see the trees have thinned out, and you've reached Colton City, which is the small town, the county seat, where most of the people live. So right now you're going down like this dusty main street, and there's company housing on both sides. This is definitely a company town that Delvers Incorporated has ruled for decades, and the company houses are like empty. The miners they're on strike. They don't get to stay there.
What?
They've been like driven out. Yeah, and you hear like up ahead around City Hall, there's like some sort of a fracas, some shouts, and something's going on up there. But it's a bit ahead of your race. So, what is Egantre doing as this big truck's coming up? And you can see Bo is like reaching for something troublesome of his own there.
Does he have an empty seat in his car?
He's a few
Passenger
seats.
side.
Teleport.
Yeah, I mean there's room there. He has some of his goons in there with him, but there's definitely room if you want to like.
You have no
Dude,
idea
what do you
how many
think of
spells
doing?
This guy knows.
So he's 3? No, he knows.
See here.
He's got like 4 or 5 different archetypes on his page.
Are you thinking about glamoring him?
Glamoring him or his guys, but I gotta get in there, I think.
Nah, you can just project a glamour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to
I mean, you're
touch-
pretty close. Like it's kind
You
of.
have to touch him for bedlam, but if you wanted to like send in an illusionary image, you don't.
Oh, I got Bedlam too.
Bedlam requires touching someone.
Oh, this might be a bad idea,
Do it.
but screw it. That's
might
going
be a
to
bad idea.
this
Do it.
entire race. Right. I'm gonna spend the hold I had from last game, then spend that to teleport to the passenger side of his car.
Whoa!
Fair enough.
All right, you just zoom
You
in.
who
You're
are
there.
about to die.
We salute you.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to mark corruption on myself, which gives me a corruption level, to use Bedlam on him. So I'm going to place him in a state of, let's see, what will be the best choice here because we want to win? Adoration towards us, I guess.
Ooh. Okay.
Aw.
I'll mark a additional corruption to direct that toward, that car right in front of us.
Don't harm it.
All right.
I
So
mean-
he's like,
Yeah, our car.
that there is the most beautiful automobile I have ever laid eyes on.
I know, right?
Keep it away from the tailpipe.
Why would I ever want to defeat a vehicle like that in vehicular combat or racing?
We're all on the same side here, buddy.
Exactly.
Aren't the guys?
I shall ride this beautiful convoy to the finish line.
It's a convoy.
Yeah, just like
Excellent.
Can't believe you
Good
both
job,
did
guys.
I know.
My wife went there too.
And as I didn't
A
roll,
great song.
anything, can I do one last thing?
Yeah.
Cowardly to get the fuck out of here.
So are you gonna actually jump like from your car back to, or from his car back to
Tuck
Nash?
and roll. Tuck and roll.
Are you just gonna do a ladybird and jump out of the car?
I was
God,
going to
yeah.
salute and just go backwards and roll.
All right, let's see what happens.
Alright, so I roll with mine.
Woo!
That is a 10.
Nice.
Whoa. So do you wanna go back to the Nash or just like then
I
on?
can do that with a 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, screw it.
All right.
I'll get out the car, just salute everybody, and jump.
So you
onto the
lean back.
moving car.
Oh,
Wait, how do physics work? Hold
And
on.
then I have no idea how physics work, but I have a 10. That means the game allows me to do what I want.
yeah, that's true. You're not wrong.
He's very
got
acrobatic.
He's got a lot of magic going on, so I think he's probably defying physics.
Some
here
woodland
as well.
creatures in his jacket keeping him up.
Okay.
You there is possessing them.
Something like that. So now,
You're welcome, guys. I just won the race for us.
well, not quite.
Excuse.
Excuse
You
me. Why?
did a good job.
I shot a gun for the first time in my life.
And you did a capital job with it.
You did a
Wasn't
real
it?
good job with it too.
However,
Oh,
up ahead, the finish line is occupied by a protest. There are, in Stratton, your father is among them.
Okay.
So this collection of miners and their families who have just been driven out of their company houses, striking miners, I should add. They're with the CCMU, the Colton County Miners Union. They are sort of like having a face-off against the Hammersmith Detective Agency. So you got sort of the miners on one side, these ragged individuals, along with a lot of their families. Some of them are, very few of them are, actually no, they're armed with like pickaxe handles. Like these aren't, there's not that many firearms to be found amongst them, at the moment at least. Some of them are having like signs, all of them are wearing like the red bandanas representing the union. And where the phrase redneck actually comes from, which is another little historical fact that Generation Shadow is unloaded on you. For some class consciousness there. Their defender is Sheriff Smiling Sid Hatfield. So he's like kind of standing in front of them trying to protect them from the Hammersmith detectives. And the Hammersmith detectives, these burly individuals wearing like the rough uniform with like the Sam Brown belt and the peak caps and everything, who are armed with like rifles. They are surrounding someone who looks kind of familiar to you. It is clearly Mr. Irons. He's got the same profile, big, bulky, rectangular refrigerator of a man. But the metal encasing him is slightly different. So it is now, as you saw in your vision, it is Mr. Pewter, the latest incarnation of Mr. Irons. And he's toting a Browning automatic rifle, like a big old machine gun type thing. He's handling just with his bare, big, muscular metal robot hands.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
So on the finish line, is the finish line purely the protesters, or is it both parties?
It's sort of like both, yeah.
Cool. I'm aiming towards the non-protesters.
Whoa.
Wait.
So-
Are they on either side? Like, is there an empty street, or are they actually in the?
There's sort of like there's a little space between them, but not really. And like as you're cruising in, you can tell like the gun thugs are starting to like move in, aiming their weapons to fire.
Would you say that we're all currently in a moment of danger?
Yes, the protesters
Okay.
are for sure. They're
I'm
about to be
going
like mowed
to-
down. Yeah.
If it's okay with everybody, I have an ability I want to use.
You know what?
I have an ability called This Way. I'm going to get us out of danger.
Yeah.
And I'm going to...
We're still going to be able to cross the line.
Car jump.
Oh, I got an idea.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab the moonshine, hand it to... Yeah, let's hand it to Simone.
Yeah, I get it.
Hold on to this. And I'm going to push the Vermin Rose out of the way, grab the wheel, and just crank it and try to slide us into the protest... And not to the protest,
Wait,
to
when
the
the-
Hammersmiths.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
I
dear.
was about to say.
I'm
if
going
you
to
were
try to get
do
us...
not-
I'm trying
if you were gonna go
to
for
get us...
protesters, I would have done something.
No, I'm going to try to get us out of danger by trying to like slide between them.
Wait. If we turn the car, doesn't it just hit all more people?
There's enough room, so
I'm only on one side.
you'll be able to Tokyo drift between them.
Oh, okay.
So try to Tokyo drift us out of the situation where we're going to hit everybody and distract everybody in the meantime. So
Oh, I just wanted to aim towards the people that had the guns, but okay.
this is going to be bad for me.
Mhm.
It'll be real bad for me.
Yeah, I think Rose might have a better
so-
idea here, but
It's a great idea.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because no matter what, everybody else is safe except for me. As part of the ability on a miss, everyone's safe but you. You're left behind and the way is closed to you.
I would imagine that when you stood up to do this, you fell out the window.
yeah, I think
I
that's
probably was able to grab the wheel just enough to get the slide and Tokyo drift through it all, but I am out and tumbling in between the protesters and the cameras.
I would say you land right at the feet of Mr. Pewter.
Okay, seeing that,
Mhm.
could I use my ability, Wall? What wall? You always have an opening to escape. You can choose an additional option off the list to bring someone with you. So I'm going to see if I can
Ooh,
escape the
to save him.
situation.
Okay.
And save
Right before Mr. Pewter's boot comes down his head.
Okay, and escape the situation is with blood.
Blood, yeah.
That's 11.
Damn.
Nice.
Whoa, so you're trying to just pull him out of the way?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not trying succeed.
Succeeding.
Yeah.
Should you do it?
All right.
Oh, can I help him with that?
No.
'Cause it says
You already rolled him.
at the beginning. It said I had a dire prophecy about someone, but I don't know how to help them yet. So I assume now maybe. That's,
Oh, that would be
Well,
cool.
he's already a success. So
Yeah, it's
11
already-
is a.
Can I just make it even better? Sure.
Just
Up to
Keep
him.
graceful.
it's up to you. I don't really
you
have
can
to.
roll if you want to.
No, if I can,
won't do anything.
if I can not roll, say I helped, I'll take that.
All right, we'll do that. You have kind of an internal moral victory. You can just like,
You're
I
carrying the
know.
moonshine.
Yeah, I did
You
it.
got the victory.
Yeah, I know.
It's a very Leonard Nimoy in the monorail episode of Simpsons. Like, you didn't do anything, didn't I?
Didn't I?
However, our ghost
Yeah, so basically I just sort of
swoops
go
down,
over there and
grabs
escape
him
from both of us.
right as the boot like smashes down on would be his head. Whew. However, right now, Mr. Pewter, he's like the whatever metal consciousness passes for his mind is fed up. He swings the gun down and he's about to like open fire on the protesters. Sheriff Hatfield is like going for his revolvers and he calls to you like, "Earlier, when I met you in the woods, you said you would help those in need. Now's that time. We need your help."
I wanted to do a thing for.
Oh, okay. We'll have you pop in, and then we'll have our psychic.
Oh, okay.
So what is the Vermin Rose going to do?
I've said repeatedly I want to start hitting gun thugs with this car.
Okay, yes, let's do it.
So when we swerved, did we win the race?
Yeah, I would say you run the race, but now you're in like a battle.
Okay,
so-
well, I just wanted to make sure we won first.
Put the moonshine down. Still got my gun.
There was something I can do. Hold on.
Let's have you roll with blood to... Or, I mean, yeah, it's an attack. You're using the car as a weapon to smash into these gun thugs.
Alright. Well, can I use his spirit because I'm doing the machinist stuff?
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Car 901, I'm Reborn, Shiny, and Chrome. That's a 9. If anybody wants to give me one, then that'll be
Ah,
structural attack.
somebody could
I just
assist
give
you
it.
with
I
your
just give her
drive.
the free one if
Yeah.
you guys want me to hold on to the last
Oh,
hold.
yeah.
Very useful.
Or anybody that's got a decent wild and needs a point can also.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right, you could. So
I get it.
Simone, how do you assist her running into people?
Um,
I mean, you are riding shotgun, so you are like in prime position for that.
Suppressing fire.
yeah, I guess I could shoot.
Yeah, that's cool. You're just like firing the Tommy
As
gun
you
as you
can, as
smash
you
into this
drift
crowd.
into it,
This is
Clumps
It's kind of a
over
great
there, you get
image.
4 instead of the 2.
And then what do I add?
Yeah, plus.
Whatever, yeah, for wild.
perfection. So add wild.
So a 9.
Nice.
Hey, look at that.
And you get a
Ooh.
point in
Hey,
wild.
fiddle.
Cool,
So
that bumps
thanks to
me up
that,
to
she
a
gets the
10.
+1. Yeah, very good. And that means she doesn't have to take harm.
That's
She just
right.
gets the good stuff.
Yeah, I'm doing all the attack, and I'm taking something from them. I'm gonna say it's making them something that will make them not shoot these people immediately.
I mean, presenting a new target for sure.
Well, also,
And also, yeah, taking the initiative
they're
on them.
jumping out of the way,
Yeah.
trying to not be hit by a car as it curves around.
It's true. And Tommy gun bullets going everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense to me.
So I guess I'm taking something from them. Their resolve.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, that
their
makes
anger.
sense. Right. So you smash over. A bunch of them go flying. You get some limbs going under the wheels and bouncing off the hood and so on. And you're like working the Tommy gun. And because of this, they're not able to fire on those protesters. The sheriff is like getting them back, and then he starts unloading on the hammers as well. So what is? Let's see. We hit Stratton.
I don't think we've had anything from them.
Let's have Mr. Sue go,
Sue
and then
or
we'll check in with the
Emilio a
Gauntray
little bit.
to see if we can win the battle. Mr. Pewter is still like he's bringing his heavy gun to bear on your car. So we'll see what.
That's a good one.
Yeah, not very good. It could be a very Bonnie and Clyde ending. Unless Mr. Sue does something.
I got best guess best case would be shielding, but we haven't been like shot directly yet. I guess I could take a shot at him. I have this little snub-nosed revolver because I'm supposed to have weapons apparently. So I just chose that because it was like small and weak, and I was like I wouldn't carry anything like big and powerful.
That makes sense.
But yeah, that's my little surprise. It's like instead of like doing some crazy casting, it's like.
Wizard cast the bullet.
A little
Bah!
t-shirt
Yeah.
pops out because otherwise I can protect. And
It's an homage to the
This- this-
movie Wizards. Like, I love it.
yeah, that's my best bet, I guess. So I'm gonna take a little pot shot at this guy. Here we go. Yeah, 7. Because I get -1 to blood.
Okay. So, which one are you inflicting harm or taking something from him as you kind of fire this big metal man with your little pistol?
Pew pew.
Can I possibly have my small, which I think is gonna be like a .32 caliber round, go right down the barrel of his?
Oh, okay. Like taking his
Like a
gun?
precise shot, so then it.
Yeah. So you take his gun, you're saying?
Yeah, take that out. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And then I guess I will find myself in a bad spot because I pulled out a gun on.
Yeah. So the good news is you fire, you take out his bar. It like breaks as the bullet goes through it.
Look at that.
However, I want you to roll a keep your cool right now,
God, it
Mr.
makes
Sue.
sense. Totally makes
As
sense.
he just throws it away and then grabs you, and we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, that's 10.
Whoa, okay.
Because spirit, yes.
So he takes you and like throws you out of the car. You skid across the ground, but you're able to tuck and roll. So
He
you
just
only
kind
take
of grab you out of the moving car.
yeah.
Okay.
He's good.
He's a big like robot metal man. So you only take faint harm. You just do like scrapes and bruises as you're kind of bounced along the pavement.
Alright.
And now he's just like rampaging to your car, Hulk style, to try and grab everybody and smash them up.
Okay.
What is Egantre doing?
One question. Roman, is your rifle still in the car?
No, it's my hand.
Dang it. Can you
Well,
pass it
technically
to
in
me?
the car, right?
I'm not in the car.
Oh, that's
I
right.
I fell out as
Yeah,
part of
he's
my
not
absolute miserable
He's not
fail.
in the car. He's not in the car. He's not in the car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, there's much
So
more.
who's in
a lot
the
of room.
car?
I'm in the
He's got a
car.
machine gun.
He's shotgun. And I think you must be on top of the car or in the back seat. I don't know.
You jump. I'm gonna say you're like on the back. You're like
I'm on-
hanging on the bumper,
Oh.
and then our ghost is floating around.
And I'm somewhere.
Well,
The
you're
ghost
with the
saved you.
ghost.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have
You're just flying
no
over the
gun.
crowd.
Oh, put me down.
Mary Poppins, yo!
Dang it, I have no gun whatsoever.
Yeah, but you got a magic dough.
I don't throw fireballs.
Kind of like a gun. Magic is kind of like a gun.
It's part of
Gun-
the challenge. Your ability is
It's
you
true.
Can, you can choose
You can
clothes.
throw fake fireballs.
I can throw fake fireballs. I don't think fake fireballs.
Did you take any level in Wizard? Any stuff in Wizard? Or
Yeah, I have mind wipe and teleport.
oh, sucks for you.
Oh,
Wipe his mind to forget that he ever fought us.
You know, yeah. I'm gonna do that.
So I'm yelling from
I'm
outside
going
trying
to
to
hold.
reload.
My magic. See how that works.
Also-
I got a 10.
Oh, cool. Also, I should say, Bo Howler and his big truck are still cruising up from behind. He has like a lot of armaments in his car. He has a bar and there's probably like dynamite and other such things in his big heavy truck, which could be a weapon in itself.
I mean, yeah, the way you're rolling mine.
So I do have 3 hold on my channeling now. So can I go up to what was his name, Mr.
Pewter now.
Mr.
Yeah.
Pewter?
Mr. Irons, formerly.
Yeah, and do magic to him.
Pick a color.
That's what street magic. Okay.
Da-da-da-da.
All right, the DM said okay, so I'm gonna do it. Distraction? No, I'm going to memory wipe him. Spending 1 hold to wipe his short-term memories up to an hour's worth. And then, in that hour, I'm going to put replacement memories with him surrendering to the protesters.
Diabolical.
Okay, let's see if this works.
Wait, is there a roll on this, or is it one of those?
No,
mark
I
corruption
spend
that
1
happens?
hold, and then I mark corruption, to spend another hold to put alternate memories in their place.
2 holds and corruption. 2 holds.
Yeah,
That's a
so
lot.
it's one of those things that
Spend a
just
lot.
works.
Yes.
Okay.
It's got a lot of cost to it, though.
All right. So you rush over. You were able to, like, mind wipe him and give him this surrender memory.
Yes.
Because
you
of this.
remember nothing.
He goes still, and he sort of, like, lowers down a bit, lowers his head.
And that's when the car hits him.
This is Rose's car hitting him?
Well,
I mean,
The
my
Nash-
car.
Yeah, the Nash hits him.
just because I think that would be funny.
It'd be hilarious.
It would, yeah. He kneels down, and then the Nash just, like, slams you.
I step back.
Now, this might be a bad situation, though, for the car.
It's true. Well, we did armor it.
Oh, you're right.
You
Okay.
can't survive everything.
Let's do this. Let's have the driver rule to keep your cool,
Okay.
and we'll see what happens. Actually,
Is that what
Simone,
Spirit?
I want you to roll to keep your cool, too.
Okay.
You're in the car. It's a solid object.
Yeah.
It's an iron
Roll in.
This would really be a seatbelts are good moment.
Rolling with spirit.
I have
Just
1.
red paste
Well,
across.
I'm over 10.
Oh, when one object stops
How did
in motion.
Simone do?
I got an 8.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Okay. Simone gets...
What's it gonna cost me?
I've got an 11.
Okay. You managed to stay. Simone, you get 1 more level of faint harm.
Oh, so
Goodness.
face
Wait, so
like-
now I'm in
1
agreement?
in degree.
Yeah.
You smack your face on the dash.
Yeah.
We forgot to move the windows out of the Out the front of the car.
Well, we wouldn't take the windows out of the front of the car. That would mess up its ability to...
Be an enemy. So just...
Right. I would say you get you're not unconscious, but you get like a concussion.
Okay.
From smacking the dashboard. Yeah.
Do I keep holding on to the moonshine?
Before he once.
Actually, yeah, drinking that moonshine, that's a special move that I invented for this very game, which might help you survive, or it could go horribly wrong.
Well, I've already survived, right? But
Yeah, but it could like help heal your injury if you use it, if you drink it.
I was just wondering if I could just hold on.
Yeah, you still have it.
Oh, okay, great.
So it's up to you if you want to drink it or not.
It's like part of the race.
And risk it.
No, I think I'm okay for right now.
Right.
Okay.
I stopped the car, by the way, after I hit him because...
Yeah,
you know.
it's the car can still drive, but it's the front's pretty messed up.
My
You need some body
car.
work.
Also, we already won, so...
My car!
We'll buy you 2 cars.
We can just fix it up. It's just a little ding.
Oh, boo-hoo, you lost your car. Like no one else knows that feeling.
I will shoot you in the foot, Montolio.
So right now, Sheriff Hatfield, he's like killed several of the human hammers and driven the rest away. Just some slick revolver work. So there's like a few bodies laying out there in front of City Hall, and he's like, he like holsters his guns. The rest are running away, and he's like, all right, well, are you two done arguing about the car? Because we got some actual of my citizenry being attacked back there that I got to go see to. I got to get them all out of town.
Please do. I'm manifesting to be.
Ah, whoa! Wait,
It's okay.
he probably see you in life too.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like,
yeah.
the weird
is
thing
that?
today.
He's watching over my family.
Yeah, is that Tommy Stratton?
Indeed it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh
Oh,
my
just
God!
Yeah, sure. Let's get this
The
moving.
ghost of a ghost of a working man. Maybe Kat is actually going to end up writing, because she writes some great music for the show, so it could be cool. We had like a Woody Guthrie style.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I have a pedal that can make my guitar sound like a banjo or gold.
Are you serious?
man.
That's so cool.
Yes,
Ghost of
it's called
Tom
the Attack
Stratton.
Decay pedal by Electro Harmonics. Just
Oh,
change
man.
it so that it sounds like a banjo.
It's so cool.
I don't usually use it for that, but it is one of the uses of the pedal.
I
Very useful.
dreamt I met Tom Stratton last night, alive as you or me. All right, so anyway,
That's
You know,
so
Sheriff,
sad.
when I
that's
said
my Tom Ghost of Tom Joad, another classic.
You know, Sheriff, when
Um,
I asked you to look after my family, I didn't think you would be getting them into this kind of trouble.
Look, there's one person to blame for this, and that's EC Field. I'm just doing my part to protect him. Anyway, come on, we got to head on back there. We got to get him out of town.
I take
So-
it Mr. Pewter's out of commission now.
Yeah, he's pretty much smashed over by the car.
I'm just gonna picture the body.
So, oh, okay, he's a little Instamatic camera there.
I'm taking pictures of the scene as I'm just like, hey, memories.
For what?
Memories.
I mean, just like cool. We get to have cool memories. I take pictures. I have collages.
You do what you gotta do. I don't understand any of
Memories
you
of
Eastern
dead
I'm just
City
gonna take
folk.
a picture of my car now being busted and just like, okay, well, that's a thing.
One for the
It's not
scrapbook,
completely
huh?
broken.
I know it's not completely broken, but it's
Yeah.
You can fix it up easily.
That's,
You just have Mr. C look at it.
I meant this to be
the
seen.
blad's not gonna be happy.
Oh, I'll out because he like knows you.
Yeah,
so
I
it's-
know,
he gives-
but it's also.
I'm fine. It'll be no
My
Howler
family's around,
spittle.
so I don't know if you want to do anything special.
They're not around just yet.
Yeah. All
They
right.
kind of fled a bit further back.
All right.
In fact, so he heads back to kind of the outskirts of the city, where sort of the town gives way to the forest, and you can, if you want to, this is where your father and your mother are.
I actually really want to do a thing with the car at some point. Just saying.
All right, I'll make sure we get a car scene.
I'll do one
Yeah.
thing with somebody else as well.
It's more of. It's now I have to decide whether I actually want to be seen by them or not.
Yeah,
It's you, man.
It's too much. It's
yeah,
You
it might be
never
too much
know.
to bear.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
they buried you.
Are you
so-
thinking about revealing yourself to your family? That is never a good idea.
No, it's not.
Well, some movies.
All right.
You never know.
Um,
It could turn out real
You
well.
need to borrow my character's copy of the Handbook of the Recently Deceased.
Yeah. No. No. I'm actually going
Written
to just
by
be
Ruben
like,
Rose.
Sheriff, if you continue to watch over my family, I'll be very much in your debt.
Well, I'll
Well,
do what I
already
can.
am.
Same with all the folk here. So he heads over and he's talking to the miners.
And
They've
tell them
all sort
that
of
I'm
gathered.
alright. Can you tell them that I'm all right?
I would, but I think it might be a lie considering your current status. But I'll let him know that you're looking after him.
Yeah.
So, Thomas Stratton's father. Oh, what is your father's name, by the way?
Oh,
in the
jeez.
sky.
Thomas.
I think I wrote
Yeah,
it.
is he Thomas Stratton Jr.?
I wrote it
His
down,
father's
but I can't
junior?
remember what it is.
You need to find
Okay.
it then.
We'll just leave it a
Sorry.
blank for now. We'll get
Yeah.
we'll get the
Oh,
name.
he's like Hank.
I'll let you guys know next week.
He is talking to another miner who's kind of higher up in the union named Charles Everett Lively, and they're sort of arguing over like where exactly the miners should go because like the houses are out and if they stay in town they're going to be attacked by the Hammersmith detectives, and they're not sure what would be a good hiding place.
Oh. I will note to the sheriff that the woods near Hollow Hill might be a good place to
Oh,
keep
okay.
miners.
All right, so he mentions that. So Sheriff Hatfield's like, well, I just had sort of a premonition that the woods near Hollow Hill might be acceptable. And you see further down the trail, actually, Mayor Reeves and Cora Reeves are there, who might lead these miners to safety. Cora, though she was a little bit hard-hearted when the ghost came, she might have a change of heart if even let them go into town if she can be convinced. Mayor Reeves, however, is a little bit more of a stick in the mud, unsure what to do. So, Lively's like, well, folks, I'm thinking that just any old place on the mountain might be a suitable hiding spot until this striking business is through. What do our new friends suggest here?
Do we have any plans?
I'm
for
not
them?
even paying attention to them. I'm staring at the car. So
Yeah, I'm trying to fiddle with
All right, so it's
Mr.
down.
Mr. Peter's body.
It's down to the
Ooh.
Oracle of the...
As someone who works for Mr. Fields, I don't think I'll be speaking.
Yeah. So,
So, Mr. Fields is the problem here.
Yeah. So it's sort of up to Egantre and Mr. Sue. Do you want to ask the miners to go to Hollow Hill, or seek refuge elsewhere?
you guys don't even live in Hollow Hill.
Well, Hollow Hill is a place for outcasts and
But
like,
do we have that solid knowledge that they have a chance there better than anywhere else?
Yeah, I'd say so, from what you've seen.
Alright. We just need to convince a couple of people, huh?
I live in Hollow Hill, but I'm not paying attention to you.
All right. Well, I will say let's finish up the car scene so you can join in real quick.
Okay.
This is all happening sort of simultaneously. So what does the Vermin Rose do to the car?
Well, she's doing the machinist skill
Ooh.
to communicate with the car, to tell it, Sister Ka, use that special fuel in order to heal yourself.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Machinist. That spun around for a damn long time. Let's see. So that is... Wow, math is hard. That's a 7.
Does anyone have anything could? Oh, I guess well, it's now
No,
7.
I couldn't-
I couldn't even do
Oh,
it.
so
myself.
do
So
it.
this is gonna get...
All right. What is the one result you pick?
Basically, how could I get you to heal yourself?
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. It's like give me the rest of that moonshine.
Okay, I'd do it.
Okay.
That car's got a problem.
No, this way it heals itself.
All right. Thanks to that, the car heals itself.
You're
The
welcome.
damage.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
The damage repairs, and now it looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor.
What you mean? It just
shit?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's got
However,
Yeah, do you like...
It's got fucking werewolf claws on it.
yeah,
Do you like Christine's? This is how you get
Get
Christine.
yeah, it's definitely that sort of thing. Like sort of the metal that's like over the wheels, like in front of the runners, has sort of like claws coming over. And you can see like the metal along the front window. It looks like kind of got wolf ears. So own a wolf car, a werewolf. My car is a werewolf. Man, I was not expecting the game to go this way, but so we got a werewolf car. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes your car better or worse, but...
No, it's cool.
I don't even know either.
Drive it
Question
under a
mark next
full
to that,
moon,
buddy.
Find out.
Interesting ride.
We'll say that happened in that only took a few seconds. So you can, and now you're with the rest of the crew here, and you as well.
I wanted to actually investigate place of power on Mr. Peter's body.
Ooh, okay.
Try to figure out a bit about how he works, about what powers him.
All right, that also takes very little time. So
It's a 9. And I'm going to use my last hold to bump it up to a 10.
Whoa. Okay. So
More
what's
time.
the one question you want to ask me about Mr. Pewter?
What keeps him alive?
There's some powerful magic, somewhat connected to the gems, but it also comes from some magical. The locus of that magic, like he is not from around here. It is from like a. There's some like golem style magic in there, so it's going to be like hailing from Eastern Europe, but more closely in New York City currently.
Interesting.
Sort of where these things are coming from.
Oh, even better. That's perfect information. I'm taking pictures
Uh-huh.
also while I'm doing this.
Which might come into play a little later, as our oracle might foretell. We'll get to that though. So, you guys have joined the others. What do you tell to the miners and to the Reeves siblings where they should go?
Oh, are the Reef siblings both here?
Yeah, they sort of came to like see the commotion.
Oh, okay.
And they're considering whether or not they want to shelter these miners.
Well, Matt Reeves, I don't know. How do you feel about these people being in your town?
I worry, not them though. That's a factor certainly. I worry what the trouble they're going to bring.
I think that would equally be my concern. I'm not going to tell you what to do one way or another. I mean, I live under your roof, so to speak, or at least under your protection.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you agree to look after them, keep them safe, they can stay in the Howler.
Okay, I will look after them. Now, I want none of you to open up coffee shops.
Oh my God!
What's a coffee?
No fancy breweries.
What's a coffee shop?
Lively's like, I was thinking of sort of an espresso
No.
stand.
A
None of
bar,
that.
maybe?
Espresso.
You guys
Fast-
gotta leave. You
fast casual.
You're gonna respect the ways of the people of the Howler. If they have a party and you think it's too noisy, you're not gonna complain. You're just gonna respect the way that they live.
Maybe a juice bar or something?
Yeah, a juiceria.
Jamba Juice.
Jamba Juice.
Yeah, the first Jamba Juice ever.
You're not gonna criticize the way that they raise their
Oh
children.
man, the 1920s Jamba Juice. I'd love to go there.
Awful.
Yeah.
Things covered in coal.
Oh, it's just like goat cheese drinks and stuff.
Newspaper flavor.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna name everything artisanal.
All right.
Sounds
Well,
like it comes from a very deep place of anger. Are you okay, Vermin?
I've just seen this sort of thing happen before.
Wait!
gentrification.
Down in Nolans.
Okay, makes sense. It's kind of a party city now.
Yeah.
That's all it's known for, which is weird.
All right. So thanks to that, the striking miners are going to take sanctuary in the Hollow Hill Hauler.
Okay.
So we'll cut ahead a little bit. The race is over.
We won.
Maybe you've gotten some healing. I'm gonna say
Wolf
concu-
car.
Am I still concussed?
I'm gonna say the concussion has gone away.
The wolf car you clapped for
The
it.
wolf car has been driven back to it, and you all it was growling. Hear its engine howl.
Hey, you know what? It wanted to be a werewolf. That was this car's business.
It made
Yeah.
its choice, and I'm okay with this.
So you all have a little
I
final.
asked your car. I wanted to be a.
No, I got it.
It's
I got it.
happy.
It looks real cool. And
It's
I'm
a
glad it's
happier
happy.
car now.
I'm happy it's happy.
It's very glad about its decisions.
So you all.
Would you say this is a wolf tank kind of deal?
I would say it's a wolf tank. I'd say yeah.
Brings back some bad memories.
Hey, it's
Moves
on
a
our
bit faster
side
than
now.
a tank though, so that's
That's
positive.
good. Yeah, that's true.
So Ma brings you guys into the parlor there, and she's like, "You did good. You won. I'm betting on you. I won a lot of money. You're entitled to a share of it. I hope you betting on yourselves as well."
Oh, of course we did.
I
Almost
did
definitely.
all $14 billion.
All right,
It's
I
like
will
25
say
cents of real money.
you guys are now pretty financially stable thanks to this. You got a small.
Enough to afford a,
nice
car,
payday.
maybe?
Yeah, you can buy another car.
Oh, thank
Not there's much for sale over there. However, where you're going, you might want to save that money, get something nice.
Great,
there.
I open up a coffee shop.
Oh no!
In New York City.
Oh, you were just telling them not to, so you could have monopolies.
Yeah. I invested ground zero on this too.
The vermin cappuccino, you can call it.
I think that's a terrible.
That's a very terrible vermin cap.
The dirty cup.
The dirty cup.
Even worse name.
So she says, "Now, I understand there was a problem with one of my boys in the race. Is that so?"
Problem? There was no problem. problem. We're best friends.
So, Bo, he weren't running against you?
Well, he was initially, and then he just kind of started admiring us.
It's like halfway through he realized his mistake of racing against the werecar.
Well, she thinks about it. She's like, look, I love Bo. He's my own flesh and blood. But, he'd have to study up to be a half-wit. Somebody put him up to this. Yeah, he's not the brightest one there. He's good at what he does, which is terrifying folks who owe us money.
Well, do you think it's that
so,
EC
yeah.
Field fellow that put him up to it?
It's possible. More likely, it's Tad.
Tad,
Yeah, he's been...
the runt of the litter.
I know. Well, the thing about Tad is he's a bit big for his britches. He never really liked living out here in the woods.
Oh, that's why you hired me. So.
Well, he wants to be one of like you types, one of your big city swells with a fancy tuxedo and dame on his arm and all that. Well, not as you're presently attired, I should say.
No, of course not.
So, in fact, I went looking for Tad. I think him and Field might have done some business.
Who?
EC Field,
Field.
the company. I think, in fact, he was the one who fed us that fake information about hijacking the train.
I sure hope not. I hate having to kill my own employers.
Well, you ain't killing my
I'm
son,
not.
I'll
I was
tell
just
you
saying I'm
that.
not going to kill your son. I'm just saying
You
I
better
hate.
not.
But can we kill EC Field?
If the circumstances permits, sure.
Alright, I'm going
Okay,
with
but
that.
say the circumstances are just I want to do it.
All right. Well,
Yeah, sounds like
here's
fun.
the thing. Field, he's still staying way back in his estate behind tons and tons of guards. He won't come out for a little bit. But I hear
Poop the strings.
him and his man, one of his operators, Mr. Claggett, I believe, was sent up to New York for some business. And from what I can tell, Tad is with him.
Why would he do this
Claggett's
just
here?
outright in the race when you know about it?
Well, like I said, Bo's not too smart. Tad put him up to it. Probably just a way to sabotage you guys.
I mean,
Put another wrinkle, another challenge for you to overcome.
The little
well, he's
twerp's
looking
trying to move on.
to take over
Yeah,
family business.
exactly.
When everybody
Do you respect my son?
Yeah.
Of
When you
course,
say-
absolutely respect yourself.
When you say Claggett, what is this Mr. Claggett's first name?
There's several out there running about.
There's more
Yeah.
than one Claggett.
Yeah.
The one working with EC Fields, I think.
I'm not-
Is
I think Clancy might be it.
Clancy.
That boy?
Yeah, that's his name.
Is he a bit of a soft boy?
Is he a bit of a goat eater? If you get my drift.
Does he like pastries?
I think we're going that direction.
I think you'll have to go to New York to see him in person to find out.
Let me take back my gun. Reload it because it needs to reload.
Well, there's one thing that I know about New York. It's filled with venom.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be right at home, or at least the creatures inside you will. So you head up there, you find this Claggett, see what he's up to, and see what Tad is up to, and you bring my boy back home to Mama. You understand?
Alright. We hear you.
Okay, and I think that is where we're going to draw this episode to a close until our next, your next mission entitled New York Sour, where all of you guys will be taking a vacation from the joys of West Virginia to the bright lights and big city.
Oh,
Not again.
that means
Not
I'm
again.
shifting.
Coming next week.
Guys, I'm
Yeah.
shifting my dressing from rough clothing back to professional clothing.
Nice.
Yay.
So besides changes of attire, let's take care of those ending moves. We'll go the opposite way we did in the beginning. Starting with Thomas, the ghost of Thomas Stratton. So for
Ghost
session
of
ending,
Thomas Stratton.
yeah. Do you think you want to move faction up, faction down for your ending move? And then, do you think you owe anybody here a debt, or does anybody owe you?
Faction up.
Because you did some. I think you did some.
Some saving. I did
yeah.
some other stuff.
So what about the factions, though? What do you think? How would those go?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
You can always pop back if you want to think about it. Do you think anybody owes you a debt, or do you owe anybody a debt?
Translating to cat for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We appreciate it.
I mean, I already owe the.
Our fluent expert.
The only person that I can think of that I owe might be the sheriff again, but I already owe him 2 debts.
Okay.
So
Make it 3.
Yeah, why not? This is a game. This is a game
I mean,
of debts.
he's a man looking after your
Nothing
looking
that
after
says
your
you can
family
go
there.
above 3.
Yeah.
With debts.
Yeah.
And then you think
It's all in
anybody
your
owes
dice.
you.
It's all in your dice.
Yeah.
I know a
Some of
certain
you-
special agent you happen to save
Some of
there.
you have
Yeah.
like 5
I
debts
feel
and
like
stuff.
you might owe me.
I owe a bunch of people this round. Don't worry. So yeah, I'll take that.
yes.
I definitely owe you for saving my life.
All right.
This game's
I
also
won't kill you just yet.
get rid of and try
Or
to cancel.
unkill. I don't know what you do with the
Kill
ghost.
again.
Yeah.
I mean, you just shoot it enough with holy bullets or holy weapons, and they'll die eventually.
Double die. How about our psychic, Simone?
Well, I was originally working for Fields, but I feel like right now my loyalties are a little confused as to whose side
So you
I'm
think
exactly
power would go
working for.
down and something else would go up?
Yeah, which are the
So let's see. Mortality is like the miners' union,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the BUP, which you didn't really interact with. So it'd be the union this time. Wild is Hollow Hill, which you interact with, and then Night is the Moonshine Gang, which you also are working for.
Okay, I'd say they would go up then. So I'll put that up and then power down.
Right. And then do you think anybody owes you, or do you owe anybody else?
Beep beep.
Well, do I owe you guys? Do I owe you guys anything?
I don't think there's anything that you really asked us for, or we didn't.
Yeah, I mean,
We didn't go swooping into like save.
I gave him my gun. I wouldn't count that. That's more like
That was-
that's more
that
like
was
arming
all-
the
that was-
party.
yeah, that was like all of us.
You have no guns. I'm just like, here,
I
take
very
this.
selflessly caused you to hit the windshield. You're welcome.
No, I wouldn't say anyone. I don't know if I owe anyone anything then.
Okay. Think anybody owes you, or you think you're good there? Okay. How about our special agents?
I think my night went down 1 mainly from my faux pas about saying I hate to kill my employer, Ma Howler.
Oh, right.
She probably did not like that whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I do think my mortality went up. This is interesting. Turning in all of the evidence and information I've collected so far to Archimedes Blight and J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah. I mean,
Turning in the Howler Moonshine, turning in the evidence that I've collected, the information about Mr. Iron / Mr. Pewter, keeping them updated with what I've been investigating so far. I think they probably appreciate, especially the Moonshine, because they did ask for that back in episode 1.
All right. Well, I think you might have a meeting with Director Hoover himself in our next episode.
Make sure
Practically
to
increase
tell him
that
he's
one.
pretty.
Yeah.
Of course!
Compliment his heels for sure.
Absolutely. That's how I get fired.
Right.
Change faction. What happened? I got fired. Who do you work for now? I know.
And then how about the debts? Who do you owe? Who owes you?
I definitely think I owe
Yeah,
permanent
Ghost.
debt for
Oh, okay.
driving and keeping my car safe.
Yeah, that's true. She was the one who put it back together again after.
Yeah.
I mean, she crashed it, to be honest, but you know.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
something.
but she crashed and then she fixed it.
Yeah.
She could have just said fucking left.
Good point. Good point. And
now,
then
now we have a
anyone-
wear car to drive to New York in, guys.
Oh, cool. Think anybody owes you?
No, I don't think anybody owes me at this particular time in Junction.
I'd imagine that, like, on a full moon, it turns into, like, a rat fink drawing, if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm kind of imagining.
Or maybe you turn into a werewolf.
God, I hope not. I'm gonna kill myself.
How about Mr. Sue?
I would say because of being in our way again, power goes down another 1. It goes -1 for me. I was kind of torn between Night and Mortality, only because Mortality did some good stuff at the end by supporting. But I'm just gonna put Night up 1 more, just because I still believe that Ma is in the best interests of what she said she's gonna do in the beginning. But now she's just not sure what's going on. There's families conflicting with her.
Whoa.
She's getting bad information, so we'll be asking some questions. When we get back on that.
Interesting.
How about Claggets too?
Yeah, trouble with
I
the
don't know who
Howler
these Claggets are. Or maybe I've heard of them, but we'll find out.
And then how about debts? Do you think anybody owes you, or do you owe anybody else?
I don't know about that. Yeah, I think it was kind of a neutral.
Okay.
Neutral game.
Yeah. How about Miss Vermin?
I think that mortality went up because we made friends with the Union peoples.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna say power went down more because I keep breaking their stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
You mean they're golems?
I anticipate that every single game my character is gonna kill that character.
Oh gosh, yeah.
No, I like it. They just keep bringing him back.
Right.
Ah.
Maybe I can find a way to break that cycle for him.
Like the first time out, I had him tear off his head. The second time, I plowed him.
Put
Oh
a
my
crotch
God.
through him.
And then I did an autopsy on him.
I feel like the next time we're going to be in New York while they're starting to put up all the skyscrapers, I'm probably going to push them into some industrial machinery.
Oh, just sink him in concrete.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
That could do it.
Yeah, like Terminator.
Do you think you owe anybody a debt, or does anybody owe you a debt?
I don't feel like really
Okay.
I should.
No, I think it's okay.
I don't know who I owe one to.
Yeah, so like this is your opinion. So, and then how about
If somebody thinks I
Egontre?
should owe them a debt,
You all owe me.
No factions go up or down. And to whoever owes me a debt, I think it would be, what's his name, Joe Rover?
I'll owe you
The
a
son.
debt in the next game if the
Bo, you mean?
Bo Rover.
Howler.
Howler.
Yeah.
Howler.
Rover's dogs. Howler's
There
are
was a
wolves.
lot of it.
But I think he owes me a debt since I made him see the error of his ways.
No, I like
however
it.
briefly.
Yeah, you got that relationship now because you bewitched him. You mind controlled him. So yeah, he thinks you are the bee's knees.
I want to note that I would owe Mr. Shu a debt, except for the fact that he didn't manage to make the Wolverine claws in this game.
Okay, next time though, you'll have him on the way to New York. Will be a fun little like road trip.
Right, whatever
So-
game they're actually made is when I will owe him a debt.
All right, just mark down you have Wolverine claws made, and like you can even put in your inventory now if you want.
Okay, then
Because
I owe you a debt.
next session you'll have them. And in that next session, we hope you will
Go
have
ahead
you,
and
the
say that.
viewer, joining us
That I do owe you.
for episode 3 of 5, entitled
gosh.
New York Sour.
Oh goodness.
Fun little change of scenery, some of some of those lights of Broadway, some fun Prohibition era Manhattan. I think it'll be a good time.
I don't know what details I have for the Wolverine claws.
Oh.
Yeah, they're silver.
But until then,
It'll be like
thank you so much,
same
guys.
ones, Here,
Oh,
Kat,
yep.
you want to look at the weapon list here?
Right at the end there, creepy as the day I was born. We will see you later also. So thank you so much for joining in. I do, I don't know if it was an actual in-game quote, but casting bullet is kind of pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like
Cast
that's a
bullet.
pretty cool I cast bullet. I don't think it really happened, but the thought really did come from
Dallas
Zoo.
he cast the bullet, yeah.
It was like it was kind of like I don't cast bullet, but he cast a bullet. But my favorite quote of the night was, "I will shoot you in the foot, Montolio." I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so aggressive, but still not. You
It's
know,
just
I'm just
worse
kind
between
of
friends.
a
It's
little
just like,
angry at
I
you.
don't want to hurt you. I just
I
want to
don't
piss
want
you
to
off.
kill you, but I will at least shoot you in the foot. Okay. So those are my two favorites of the night.
Foot injury.
But and if we had a poll on the quotes of the night, I would still choose my favorite. So forget that. All right. So all right. So thank you so much again. We will see you next time, which is pretty much next Tuesday.
Yep.
So we're just gonna go through this because this is the story's getting really good.
So make sure to catch the shows.
Catch up on the shows. If you're not watching them live, awesome. They're always available on our Twitch, on our YouTube, all over the place. So check in with us. But until next week, if you're not playing with us or watching us, you can always pull up a chair and make time to tabletop. All right, everyone. Have a good night.
All right.
You didn't join in.
Goodbye.
What?